is a presentation of Mr. X News Network.
Objection! I said I didn't do nothing! The following is a presentation of Mr. X News Network. It's Mr. X News Network, and I'm a little bit too big. Let's make it smaller. We're here live, XNN, on Monday. That's right, Monday the 3rd. It's the first XNN of the month. Actually, the second XNN of the month. The first one I'm here in studio. We're ready to go right off the bat. Let's get right to it. It is Rainbow Melon, who came in 4 different times at the beginning of the show. They're not starred, so we want to get to them before the chat gets too far up. Let's get to them right now. I don't know why these don't star, Rainbow Melon. Maybe because it's before the show. I'm not 100% sure, but here they are. Rainbow Melon, Rainbow Melon, Rainbow Melon, and Rainbow Melon. There she is. 4 times. And then, of course, Miss Texas coming in right off the bat. And happy Monday, y'all. There she is. Thank you. And, of course, Texas Granny coming in right off the bat. Happy Monday, y'all. Thank you so much. There it is. We're ready to go. Mr. X News Network. We are live. Live on Monday. Let's get down to the bottom of the chat, see who's here with us. It's Eric Murphy, Texas Granny. That's right. Barbara Buffalo. I've mentioned a couple other names. Who else is here? Wyatt Earp, Miss Texas. Johnny Yarborough I saw. How you doing was in the house. Mean Green was here. The usual suspects and many more. As the chat grows, you can see the chat growing slowly, but it is growing. Somebody will probably come up with something and say that there's an excuse in the story and yada, yada, yada. Okay. Mr. X News Network is here. My StreamYard's working, and it's working great. So let's get into it. We talk hello to everybody. That's number 1. I did that. And then the next thing to do is to say, who is here? And I've done that too. And the next thing after that is to get into our situation, which is, what is the situation? Well, the situation is this weekend, Mr. X went up to the property. As, you know, there's a lot of talk. He won't go live from the property. He won't do this. He won't do that. Well, I did. I went live from the property. I gave about a 20-minute notice. And, of course, there was no problem there, man, except if you look at the beginning of that show, I started off inside the van, and there were no less than 106 degrees, 108 degrees, something to that effect. And I ended up doing like a 17-minute show. What's up? How you doing? She's here. Barbara Buffalo. So I ended up doing like a 17, 18-minute show with a 20-minute lead right at the front of the property. So I just thought of like every excuse possible. Like they're going to say, well, Mr. X is on the property and he's behind the gate. So they're going to blame that. Well, if he's in, you know, I try to think of everything possible that they would make an excuse about. So I was like, well, I'll just stand here in front of the entrance, not behind the gated, and we'll see what they say. You know, why not? So I did do that. And of course, I told my little stories, and there was really nobody who showed up. There was no problem. You know, I had no problem. You know, nobody showed up. Nobody did nothing. So I was happy about that. There were 2 people who did kind of show up there, but they were just parking there. That place used to be called Aqueduct Vista was the name of it. So they did this, and then they changed it to Truly Active Aqueduct. I know that sounds weird, but that's what happened. And it was, you know, I don't know why changing the name, and it's all confusing and all that, but they changed it somehow. I'm not sure why, but I did my 18-minute show. Now, Mr. X, why were you up there? And that's stupid to go up there in like 100+ degree weather. Well, I've been talking about there's a studio in the San Fernando Valley, and that studio in the San Fernando Valley, they hooked the Mr. X up because I went and I scouted the studio, and they had all this long corrugated steel tubing and like the flat parts of it. They had a ton of it. They were just going to toss it. I mean, I probably could have picked it up and put it into what's one of those things called where you sell it, junk it, scrap metal it, made some decent money. But I picked up a big box truck and picked up the box truck, went up to the valley, San Fernando Valley, hot up there too, but not as hot as Palmdale. And what happens? I get everything in the truck and get some gas. And man, going up that hill to Antelope Valley, I see people broken down. I'm like, let's turn the air way down so nothing crazy happens on our way up, because people are breaking down left and right in that 100-degree weather. It's crazy. So it was a nice show, Mr. X. That's right. Nice show for the Mr. X. A nice short show for the Mr. X. And thank you for the people who came in on that show. I haven't forgot about you. So, yes, I appreciate the people that came in there and that have come in on the Mr. X News Network already here. I really appreciate it because, you guys help me keep it afloat. You help me keep it going. And everybody always talks about numbers and about this and about that. And I mean, I guess you could talk about anything you want. You could go and hassle anybody any way you want, any which way. But the bottom line is you got to be able to do it. There you go. You can go about it any way you want, but the bottom line is you got to have people that support you and get your back. And I've had that on XNN over the 400 and something shows that we've done. Yeah, that's right. Tingle Booze is here. She's up late or early, depending on how you look at it. But yeah, it's been phenomenal. And I think we had a pretty good show there. And then at the very end of the show, after I signed off, I like stepped off a hill. I stepped off it and there was like nothing to put my foot on. And my kind of back kind of cranked a little bit. I'm lucky I didn't hurt myself, But Rainbow Melon says, I'm listening and I'm walking. Hopefully it's not too hot up there, Rainbow Melon. That's right. Moving on here. X goes to Palmdale. We mentioned XNN on Friday, IRL, 20-minute show, 106-degree weather. No haters showed up. Corrugated steel, yada, yada, yada. Now, this Thursday is an important day, and I've been talking about it for many, many weeks. The Hall of Fame game, the NFL season starts this Thursday. That's right. NFL season, Hall of Fame game. And I can only look up and see what the line is for this Thursday. This is a tough game. These games are tough to bet on because you don't really know, you don't know these teams, and like the players who are playing are kind of the guys that aren't going to make the team. You don't really know. Is it buffering? I hope it's not. Not for me, at least. So, I mean, it's tough to bet on. You kind of want to stay away until I think there's 3 weeks of preseason. Some teams have 4, but till that, I think it's the second to last week where everybody is kind of going to play for a half. And I would argue that it's probably not even wise to bet on the first game of the NFL season, unless you're like really, really been following it. And the reason it's not worth it is because you don't know any of these teams. Now, by game 2 or game 3, week 2, week 3, you can kind of figure it out. And that's what I typically do. I kind of wait. So I'll go to that one preseason game, and you can kind of bet on the first half and figure things out that way. But then you wait till like the second, third week of the NFL season, and then you can get it a little bit better. Week 0 in college, as they call it, that's tough because you don't know. You don't know what you're going to get. So, and let me see here. Pro football, it is August 6th. August 6th, Carolina versus Arizona is a pick 'em. I mean, you don't know who's going to win. Total over under 35. And the next game isn't until Wednesday of the following week, and that's New England versus Seattle. So, that would be actually, the following week, a couple days later. Oh, man, that makes it tough. Steelers preseason game number 1 is against Atlanta at home. It's on Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern. That would be 10 a.m. Pacific. So they are in that game. So the Steelers got a lot of good backups. That's why I don't know who Atlanta has. 41.5, the defenses are going to play. I'd probably lean towards that Steelers money line because those backups are going to be playing and fighting for the win. Dana Nicole is here. I'm listening too. I'm listening and driving. Where's Muffy at? I don't know. Where is she? I'm not sure. And Amanda from Australia is here too. Everybody's coming in. Good. Amanda says, thank you, Barbara Buffalo. There's Rainbow Melon. So with that being said, we are creeping up here in numbers very slowly. You never know when the notification bell is going to hit. Sometimes these notification bells are weird, Wyatt, because, I've been getting blamed for things where, it just popped up 100. Well, I can't control when fucking people come in here. I don't know when that's going to happen. You know what I mean? I don't fucking know. All I know is I can do the best I'm going to do and move on from there. So, yeah, I actually heard from Tennessee Gambler today. He said Aaron Rodgers, he sent me an email. He said Aaron Rodgers was on a Pat McAfee show. I didn't see the show, but I saw that he sent the link. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. Okay, that's good. But the issue is, he's not going to play. That's good and all, but he ain't going to play for like the next month. He's going to play in practice, but he's not going to play in the next month because, Aaron Rodgers never plays in the preseason. That's very well known that he just does not play in the preseason. So that's known for the Steelers. My argument would just be stay away. Stay away from preseason unless it's that one half where everybody's going to play. That's the only thing you could really do. It's the only thing. Because if you get into anything, and I don't have the, what is it called? The WWE ESPN app. So SummerSlam is going to be their big event because WWE next year is going to be in Saudi Arabia, right? It's going to be in Saudi Arabia next year. And what can you do? So this is kind of their WrestleMania for this year. Lesnar passed the torch again to Obafemi. He kind of already did that in WrestleMania. I'm not a big women's wrestling fan, but I saw some clips of it. Chelsea Green, she won the interim women's championship. I guess the people really popped for that because Michael P.S. Hayes, which I got his autograph right over there, it was in, I think actually Jim sent it to me, said that she would never be champion, but she was, and she is. Good for her. And of course, Cody Rhodes versus CM Punk. I heard that was just bad, like bad for a main event. Not good at all. I don't know. What can you say except, these guys are like almost in their 50s in the wrestling. Like CM Punk's like a year older than me, So, what are you going to do? What do you expect? These guys aren't in their 20s. At age 40 something, early 40s, they were saying back in the day, Piper was old and he's much younger then than these guys are now. So Lesnar and CM Punk, they're all older. I did see a clip too, and I think things are going bad there. And I don't want to shit all over WWE because I like and I've always liked their product, but there was clips from like different angles, and you could see that.
Again, you started, so that's why I called in.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry.
And you know what else I'm noticing too is I'm noticing the numbers are bouncing around in a very weird way. I've never seen that before like that.
Oh.
Yeah, so, something's up with the numbers too. Like it's bouncing in odd ways, like up from 115 down to 61. I've never seen that before. So give me 1 second. Let me try something, and I'm going to try to unplug and see if that helps.
Okay, because Texas Granny just went in chat and said signal is bad.
And I saw that somebody called in from a Massachusetts number too, and obviously I'm not able to answer that. But yeah, I've heard that there's been problems with StreamYard. I'm not 100% sure what's going on. Yeah, just bounce back up here again. All right, let me try some things. Let me try to unplug from the cord and go onto the wireless and see if that helps. All right, bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, are we back? Can you guys hear me okay? I'm going to try to unplug. Give me 1 second. I'm going to go up. I'm going to bring the music up. I'm going to be back in 1 second. Let's see. Well, I don't know what the fuck is going on here. Let me bring the music up. Let me try something here, see if this works. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Very weird. Are you guys hear me? Okay, I don't know what the fuck is going on here. Can you guys hear me better? Is it better now? No, I don't think it's that, guys. Let me take this down real quick. That way I'll just be off of the avatar. I don't know. It's fucking up really bad. I don't know. I've heard a lot of different things. Well, I could just get through my stuff as quickly as I could get through it. It's all I could really do. I'm not going to come back up on camera if that's the case then. That's fucking weird. No, I'm here. Can you guys hear me a little bit better now? Yes, 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 yes. Man, that's so fucking weird. Well, whenever there's something weird going on, you got to say there's probably a reason for it. On Sunday, let's get back to it. I saw the new Spider-Man movie in the theaters. Something odd happened. And I talked a little bit about this on Johnny Yarborough's show. I'm sitting there in a fucking movie theater. I want to come back on camera because I got all this stuff organized. And you went silent for 2 seconds every 10 seconds. That's so fucking odd. Yeah, kind of knocks me off the game a little bit here. I don't understand. Yeah, well, whatever. Anyways, the point is this. Sounds better now? Okay. Well, you know what I ended up doing? I had the cord plugged in, and usually that gives me a better signal, and it's messing up again. Basically, well, I guess all I could do here is just go through the best I can do. I don't know. Can you guys hear me okay? Man, this fucking sucks. Okay. Well, here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to continue. I'm not going to have anything slow me up. I'm just going to continue to go through what I go through. And then if there's something that's weird, you're good now, Mr. X. I hear you. Okay. I'm just going to do the best I could do. It's good here. Okay. People can hear me. Good. Come back. It's working. Well, whatever. Anyway, Spider-Man movie this week. I talk about these movies and people are like, oh, you're talking about nerdy Spider-Man. A lot of people have kids, grandkids. They want to go see the movie. The movie's doing phenomenal. It's going to do better than a lot of movies this summer. It's better than The Mandalorian and Grogu, without question. Marvel has a way of kind of tying all their movies together. Everybody's kind of excited for this Avengers Doomsday that's coming out in December, which ties a lot of stuff together too. Kind of another Avengers movie where all the actors are in it. So you knew Spider-Man was going to be in the next movie. So it's not like he was going to die or anything, but, and they started introducing, for those people who are really into this kind of stuff, kind of X-Men characters. Can even hear you in Australia. Good. Okay, good. All right, good. So yeah, with that being said, we got a situation where, this movie's it was kind of sad in parts because, the backstory is, people were wiped off the face of the earth for 5 years and they were kind of brought back. So some of the people who disappeared don't remember him and he doesn't want to interfere. So his girlfriend doesn't remember him anymore. It's kind of sad, to an extent. His aunt is dead. Aunt May is dead, yada, yada, yada. But, and there were some people that were upset, but I tell you what, the theater was packed, all different ages. I watched it in Playa Vista, actually right across the hall from where I saw the Jackass movie. It was packed in there. And right in the middle of the fucking movie, there's a beeping. It almost looked like a Twilight Zone episode. And everybody grabs their phone. And at the same time, everybody got an Amber Alert. It scared the shit out of me. I thought it was part of the movie. But hey, what could you do? And then it went off again. So I don't know. I really like how Marvel's really putting this all together. Don't forget Sony back in the day, kind of how it worked out was Sony had Spider-Man, Marvel was their own studio, and Fox was X-Men. And then eventually, if I'm not mistaken, Disney bought Marvel, and then Disney bought Fox. And then Disney would work with Sony because Sony, when they bought Spider-Man, they said that was the only one within Marvel that anybody cared about. DC, which is Batman and Superman and all that, that's owned by Warner Brothers, or at least controlled by Warner Brothers. So that's kind of how it worked out. So once Marvel and all that Disney took over, they were able to work all that out amongst themselves and get the movies that they get and have some of these characters go through different movies. So I think that's cool that they've been doing that. The Mandalorian and Grogu, see that the thing about a movie like that, it's fun to watch. It just seemed like a very heightened version of the television show. But Spider-Man, man, there was so much action in it. The Punisher's in it. Like I said, there were some X-Men characters that were introduced into it, leading into the Doomsday movie. Don't forget, Fox owned X-Men, Sony owned Spider-Man, and Marvel was their own studio until Disney bought it. Then Disney bought Fox, which they would pick up X-Men. But all those adjacent kind of characters, Kraven and all that kind of shit, that's all, Venom, that would be all Sony because it's adjacent to Spider-Man. So anyway, and that's why Sony every couple years had to make a new Spider-Man movie, the one with Nick Cage and this one and that one. I couldn't get through the Nick Cage one. I tried to Spider Noir. I watched like 3 or 4 episodes. Like I really gave it a good shot. I couldn't get through it. So it is what it is. Okay, it's to expose you. The audio's great, man. I wanted to come up and do a whole show, but I guess that's not going to happen today with the way things are. So, jumping back in here, I enjoyed the film. It's going to be a giant film. There's no question that the Avengers Doomsday is going to even be bigger. So, it should be exciting over the next couple months. I mean, sometimes these movies aren't great. Like I kind of, the Mandalorian and the Grogu one, okay, it's not great. It's Star Wars, so you kind of get that. But it's not Star Wars. You know what I mean? It's just Star Wars adjacent. But this one, this is the A-level movie, for sure. And you could see the turnout was such. A couple weeks ago, switching gears here, I talked about there being an incident at an In-N-Out Burger. And this In-N-Out Burger happened in, God, what was the area? The area was not too far from, God, what's her name? Tucson, Arizona, Janelle. And with Tucson, Arizona and Janelle, they had all these issues and kids fighting each other. Remember I called there and they said they were going to send me gift cards. They never sent me any gift cards. They never sent me anything like that. But that's okay. But there's been another incident. And this time, I hope Idaho Farmer's okay. There was a shootout at an In-N-Out Burger in Idaho Falls. But this time there was a guy there. And this guy started shooting back. Jordan Salinas and his girlfriend had planned a quiet Saturday, starting with horse riding and getting out of cell phone rage. And then they stopped for lunch in Twin Falls, all according to plan. And then he pulls an In-N-Out Burger off Blue Lakes Boulevard at 2:30 p.m. Chaos. People fleeing the doors, maybe a kitchen fire, and then pop, gunfire. And Salinas ran towards it in automatic response, this guy says. The last thing he remembers hearing his girlfriend shouting his name, Jordan, 35-year-old guy. He's from Kimberly. I've never heard of Kimberly, Idaho. But it rolled into a mass shooting that left 3 dead, 7 others injured. And he didn't want to stop. He didn't want to leave it. I guess Salinas reached for his shoulder holster and he drew a FN 5.7, a semi-automatic pistol with a suppressor fixed to the barrel, which, you get in these scenarios, like if there's an active shooter and you shoot somebody, like they might think you're the shooter and shoot you. That would be this thing that's kind of scary. But Salinas, he's a healthcare worker, full-time caregiver to his wheelchair-bound brother. He began training seriously after a 2021 shooting at Boise Town Square Mall, which killed 2 people and injured several more. So this guy, he started training after that incident a couple years ago, and he shot back. And this guy's being heralded now as a hero, for firing back. And maybe he should, but it's just like, fuck, man. It's pretty crazy to see what's going on in the world out there. I mean, just in In-N-Out's had tragedy after tragedy back, and there's footage online of it. I got to be careful of showing people shoot. I mean, this is the OTT. I'd show it in a heartbeat. But Twin Falls, Idaho. That's right. So it's pretty scary stuff. Kimberly is 5 miles away. So you know the area that I'm talking about. Yes. Not sure if that's Idaho Farmer. Not sure if that's Spanky from Boise. But one of our Idaho people out there. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty scary that this kind of stuff is happening all the time. Literally all the time it's happening. And you just got to watch your back out there. And then if you pull a gun on somebody else, then you're in trouble. So I something I got to get into a little bit here. And I'm remiss if I don't talk. Like, I'm damned if I do, damned if I don't. I got to talk about it something here. And, obviously this weekend, Jim was on shows screaming at people, and I'm trying not to get into this. I mean, we're already about, 35 minutes into the show, and I'm really trying to kind of stay out of these things, and just trying to stay away from this kind of stuff. Okay, I don't forget, by the way, I think I mentioned that Rainbow Melon came in 99 cents 4 different times. Yes, I got that. Thank you, Texas Granny. But, I blocked Jim a long time ago, and I've tried to stay away from it and stay away from all that shit, and blocked his email, blocked all that other stuff. And I realized that he was still messaging me from like, and I was going into my spam folder, and he was messaging all these different people. And I don't even think half the people in his little email chain talked to him. Angel Gotti, I don't know. Johnny Yarborough, for sure not. Bob Farrell. I tell you what, I tried to call Bob today about something. His phone is shut off. It's like disconnected, shut off. Maybe I'm blocked. I don't know. Janelle doesn't talk to him. I don't think Betty Hayward talks to him. Pretty sure Jesse Roth doesn't talk to him. And then I think of this group, the only one who really talks to is maybe Bell V. So he keeps emailing me, and I guess he's got 2 of my, like, people who have been hosts or are hosts. Janelle is, wants nothing to do with him. So, I'm seeing all these messages that he's sending out to different people. So here's what I decided to do. I wrote out to everybody in that group this dossier, and this is available and is out there. And I'm just going to tell you what was written right here, right now, so I can move on from this, because I don't want to get into this. This kind of stuff just brings me down. But here's kind of and I took Jim out of the email and sent it to everybody else. There's been a lot of rumors out there if Jim is married or if Jim is not. The email that was sent out today, responding to everybody that just reply all but remove Jim, was definitely done because Jim just won't stop harassing me. And so people are asking if Jim is married or Jim is not married. And I'm going to read a little bit of the email that I sent out to a lot of people today, because he's sending out emails, and I guess there's like a dozen of them. Now, there's got to be a lot of them. I just didn't see them because they were in my spam folder. Here is a documentation and proof that Jim is married to a woman. We're going to say the initials are LC, and they're currently in this area. Jim is married to a woman. Her maiden name would be LF. And when she was married, it was LC. She was married to a guy named Andrew C., who's been on my show. Jim dated this woman in high school. She was a junior. I would have been a sophomore at the time. Jim was a senior. When Jim graduated, LC cheated on Jim when Jim was at Long Beach with AC, who has been on my show once again. Okay. So we get through that part of it first. I was also told, and I'm not done with this yet, that Leanne put up photographs of her, quote unquote, being at a fair. And the last photograph, I can 100% confirm it, is Jim's wife. 100%. And I saw her, I've seen her a number of times over the years, going back from 1995 till 2023. That, if you scroll through Leanne's photos, and I don't know if they're still up or not, there's no question that last photo is Jim's wife. So Leanne shows a bunch of pictures of the fair. The last photo is Jim's wife. No question. So here it is. And by the way, when I saw her, she looked worse than that photo. She was like kind of homely looking and pale and all, I'm not trying to make fun of her. I'm just trying to, whatever. So it's not a mistake not news that I was born in Youngstown, Ohio. The county of Youngstown, Ohio, very well known, and I'm talking about myself. I was born in Youngstown, Ohio. You could look it up. That county County is Mahoning County. Okay, just to make that very good. Like Pinellas County, I grew up in Florida. I was born in Mahoning County. I currently live in Los Angeles County. I don't think there's anything wrong with saying what county I was born in. Obviously, the biggest city in Mahoning County is Youngstown, Ohio, and there's other ones like Poland, Boardman, Canfield, Warren, yada yada yada. Okay, so if you were to go into the Mahoning County registry, you could see that Jim's current wife and Andrew C. were married in 2002. Portal-OH Mahoning, yada, yada, yada. The documentation showed that they were married in 2002. I want to think that the wife got out of high school sometime in 96 or 97. They got married. They have 2 adult kids. There is an article, and by the way, everything. So I say when the original marriage happened in this email, and then I provide a link so you can see it. Then in the next one, here is an article of a failed business that this couple had when they were still married in 2010. It's in the local Mahoning County or Youngstown newspaper called The Vindicator. It's called Baker for a Day. It came out in June 2010, which they were still married at that time. I provide that article, which links those 2 people at that time frame. If you look under it would have been December 24th, dissolution of marriages in the Vindicator article or Vindicator archives, you will see that Jim's current wife and Andrew C. got divorced, and it was the dissolution of marriage was made public in a Vindicator article in December 24th, 2018. I provide that link. That time frame, Jim was here. Jim saw that. That's when Jim started calling her. Jim went around to that area, and in my opinion, has been there ever since. Now, a lot of people have talked about, is there a female Terry cousin? Okay, there is not. The only 2 cousins that were out there had the last name of Demetra, and one of the cousins has since passed away. There is no Terry cousin. Jim's dad, James E. Terry, changed it from Tereszewski to Terry, and there are only 4 Terrys. One changed their name to Terry. So what happened if you look and I provide the link of this as well, because so people can kind of understand this, there's a link also from Portal-OH Mahoning County, that shows LC, the wife, changed her last name to Terry in 2020. 2020, it was changed. Okay. And I provide that link. Now, LC is now LT. And beyond that, I provide the link on December 20th, 2023, that Jim and now LT, his wife, get married in Clark County, Nevada. And I provide that link as well. For people who don't know, Clark County, Nevada is the Las Vegas County. If you were looking up somebody and say, well, I'm going to look for Mr. X. I know he lived in Orange County, California, Los Angeles County. He was born in Mahoning County, and he lived in Pinellas and Pasco County. I never thought to look up Mahoning County. Oh, I never thought, okay, well, I'm not going to look that up. He's never lived there since he was 4. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to look up Clark County. Well, you wouldn't think to look that up because that's a Las Vegas County, and nobody's ever really gone there. But people do go there to get married, and they go there to get divorced. So I was there in Clark County on December 20th, 21st, when they got married. How do I know that? Well, then I provide screenshots of the hotel I booked for them in the Excalibur and the proof that the screenshots were forwarded to Jim. Like that email was forwarded to Jim, not the screenshots, but the email to say, hey, here's the time that you're going to stay here. So I can pinpoint Jim in Clark County, Nevada via the emails, via the hotels that were paid for, via the hotels that were paid for in Marina Del Rey, the bank withdrawal in Westchester, California, where he got part of his money. All of that stuff coincides right around 12/20. So I emailed this, And I sent this out to everybody. And I'm like, here it is. So you could hear about it and you could go and listen to people like Ken Foray. He worked what? Fucking 12 hours 19 years ago. And it's like a guy removed from me. And like he's worked on probably 50 movies since then. What does he care? That'd be like coming to me and saying, well, you worked on a San Diego County Credit Union commercial in 2019. Do you care about how their next one goes? Well, no, not if I'm not in it. And if there's drama around it, you really don't want to be involved in it. I get that. But, Jim was trying to squeeze. People don't care about that stuff. And I don't even know if people care about this stuff. But I just want people to know that if emails are sent over and over and over again and I'm harassed, I'm going to respond with documented proof. Now, does Jesse Roth care? Does Angel Gotti care? Do the other people in that Janelle care? I don't know. But that email's out there and it lists every absolute link. So, like Jim says, well, you don't have to hear it from me. This is somebody who worked on the movie for 12 hours 19 years ago. Well, you don't have to hear it from me, but the proof of the matter is you could go and look up each court record going back to like 2002 that tells the story of everything that I've said. And you can hear that interview with Andrew on here and how he really didn't even want to talk. He wanted to stay far, far away from it. And I was trying to beep out as much as I could, but that's the truth. That's the truth. And that would definitely stand up in court. And let me also say something too about Eric Foss. I was without question wrong about Eric Foss's chat. I mentioned the other day, and I'll kind of get off this hater stuff, that Eric Foss was not monetized. I said that. Well, here's how I thought that, and I was incorrect, and I'll explain to you why I was incorrect. I came up with the idea because I know Jim had done it to other people in the past, that they put their link in the chat. And then when they put their link in the chat, you could click their link after the show's over and go into their StreamYard and see how many super stickers they got, unless you unstar them, like kind of get rid of them. Well, nobody really does that because, it's kind of a waste of time. I told Johnny not to put the link in the chat, but the fact of the matter is when I went into Eric Foss's chat after his show was over, and I think this would have been Friday or Saturday, Jim had about, I think, $35 or 20. I can't remember the number. I have it saved. I took a video recording of it. And I think 60% of it was Cheryl DeTilio, who's a really nice lady. But Eric Foss had none. Zero. Not once. So that led me to believe that he wasn't monetized. I was like, holy shit, he's not monetized. And then people say, well, Mr. X, he is monetized. Well, what's worse? Being monetized and not getting any money? Or this or that, like, okay, so people are saying, well, Mr. X, you had 100 today, 300 tomorrow, but I've already earned more money in the first 30 minutes because this is what it's all about for these people than they do in like a week. I don't have a free StreamYard. So, and I believe also, if you look at Jim's last 3 weeks worth of shows and count up his numbers, and I'm talking about count up his number of hours streaming, I believe he's already over the hours. So it's like, well, but you're charging for a membership and you're not really doing, I guess he did a membership show on Saturday. I'm not a member. I didn't watch it. I don't even watch them if they're public. But like, you really can't do more than an hour here or there. You can't do like a full-on 3-hour show. Okay. But I know this. I definitely was wrong about Eric Foss's situation. No problem. Don't have a problem with that. But I wasn't wrong about Jim's situation, and everything that I could say about Jim isn't about, contacting somebody who's like somebody who were a football player Jim worked with 19 years ago. This is a direct thing proving what Jim is saying is a lie. And that's it. So that's what it is. I guess there's a website that tallies them up and keeps record. I don't know. And this, what I sent out, Donkey Dick, to those probably 6 or 8 people, it's not like that's publicly available. It's not like I'm sitting here giving you guys the link and going through each one, which I probably could. It's public record. I'm just not going to do that. I don't want to get struck over it or even have the opportunity to get struck. But what I'm saying is 100% factual and is out there. And I guess if somebody really wanted to see it, I could just forward it to them. It's not like it isn't all public record, So Yeah, hit the like if you want. Well, speaking of that, let's do a few of them, and people are coming in left to right. We mentioned, even though they're not starred, there were 4 by Rainbow Melon right off the bat. And regardless if they're by 1, 2, or 3 people, hey, I take the people are generous. I'll take what I can get. I look at it like this too. Let's just say I only had 1 person coming in on super stickers, or just like when you work at one place, 1 person is your employer and pays you. I don't really look at it like a job like that, but regardless, it's 1, 2, 50, 30. I take what I can get. And I'm very grateful for it. Thank you, Rainbow Melon. I can't bring them up right now, but I could bring this one up. It's Miss Texas. And then, of course, there it is. Texas Granny. They go back and forth. Like we always say, dueling super stickers. There's Miss Texas again. There's Texas Granny again. There's Amanda from Australia. Australian dollars matter too. Australian lives matter. There you go. That's right. And then, of course, thank you, Amanda. There is Barbara Buffalo. Very nice lady. We like her. And then there's our friend Texas Granny. Thanks for always showing proof. Try to. No matter what you do, if you have 300 people, they'll shit talk you. If you have 120, they'll shit talk you. If you got $275, they'll shit talk you. It's just like anything. So, and then, of course, Mean Green coming in here last. So I would say let's thank you, Mean Green. I'll take the $3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I would say there would be, because people want to know this is really important and fascinating information. Just within the super stickers, there's 6 different people. So not bad for the first 50 minutes. And well, let's add to the number there. What's up, Gina from Minnesota? She's here too. It is Johnny Yarborough. We'll add him to the total. There he is. He's hanging in there. I really want Johnny Yarborough to go to that fair. I think he'd have a good time. But then you're right, Johnny. You go to the fair and then, you park and you get in. Then, everything costs money too. So, you can walk around and see the animals and stuff, but there's not one thing that's cheap there. Well, unless you go before 5 p.m. and you can get food for cheap, but they're like little bites for $5. You know what I mean? So anyway, here we go. Okay. And Lashes and Tats, I got your email too. Thank you for that. I'll catch up with you on that later if necessary. I just see that you emailed me. Thank you for that. So yeah, that's really the be all end all for that. I don't like talking about this subject, but I have to. And I got to talk about this too with the Hullabaloo and Mike Honcho. I don't think it's not common knowledge that Mike Honcho and Hullabaloo are married. I don't know everything about them. I just know that I emailed back and forth with Hullabaloo a lot. I think that's who that is. And, I always get Hullabaloo and How You Doing mixed up. How You Doing's the one that's here. Hullabaloo's the one that is, I think, married to Mike Honcho. But here's the thing. Emailed this lady a lot. Very nice emails back and forth. She wanted to know why she was blocked. And I said to her, Hullabaloo, you're not blocked, and you're welcome to come on over there. And I guess she had said some not so flattering things about the Mr. X. No big deal. And I understand they're trolls and all this stuff. And I got a chance to, go, obviously there's people here who don't like them. And so what I did, I said, you know what I'm going to do, Hullabaloo? I see that he's blocked Mike Honcho. I'm going to go ahead and unblock him. Because if he's a guy who's joking around, just trying to have a good time, whatever, I'm not a big deal. And you never were blocked. And then, we have Eric Spudik on here, who was nothing but a nice guy. Allie coming in. We can add her to the list too of, they said that there's only like 3 or 4 people. There's definitely more now. We're getting close to 10 now, 10 different people. Thank you, Allie. And thank you for that little video you sent me. I'm going to show that later too. Here's what happens. Here's what happens. I lost my train of thought there. What was I talking about? I forgot the fuck I was talking about. Hullabaloo. Sorry. Thank you. I'm doing this interview with Eric on Friday. And as I'm doing with an interview on it, Mike Honcho comes in and starts saying, are you guys a gay couple? He don't know Eric. Eric's never been on the show. It's not like, he like Ian Preble. Like I was on the panel with him on Johnny Yarborough's. I was joking around with him. I wasn't saying anything hardcore, but we were like on the panel together. And he's going to go and, a guy's being pretty careful. Eric is, to not dox where he's at. Jim's calling him 6-7 times and emailing his Facebook and bugging him, calling him over and you're not going to get him on the phone, Jim. He's not going to pick up. Yeah. Yeah, I guess you're right. Bots also buy super stickers. Is that how that works now too? These aren't real people, I guess. So yeah, I mean, this guy comes, so we just blocked him again. It's actually Barbara Buffalo who blocked him, but I'm glad she did. And I'm like, why would you waste my time with all those emails? And then of course, the first thing Jim says, the only question was asked was Hullabaloo making fun. And I'm like, I'm sorry, Mike Honcho. I'm getting these fucking people confused. It's just annoying. It's just a bunch of crap. Yeah, they're called agitators. Yeah, but the thing that's bothersome, Tingle Boos, is like, I try to be cool with this lady. Like, I really try to be nice to her. I've never done anything to that woman. I've never done anything to Mike Honcho. And like, after being cool with them, they just show their true colors. And actually, even to this point right now, I still haven't blocked Hullabaloo. But if you see her, get rid of her. Let me just tell you that now. And it's not a rogue mod or me telling Texas Granny to do anything, or Texas Granny going rogue or anything like that. That's just, just good luck to you. And for people who watch the Mr. X, it's funny that people like Leanne can come on here and say, well, the show's boring. But like, I actually go to the fair. You just post photos of you allegedly being at the fair. If it's boring, I got an idea for you. Why don't you just go do something else? Go watch something else. There's like a fucking million free apps out there. There's a ton of things on YouTube. If it sucks, then just go do something else. Why waste my fucking time and yours? Just go do something else. But I will admit that 100%, that last photo that Leanne put up is Jim's wife. I can verify that. I've met her in person. Met her in person many, many times. That's 100%. And I would argue that that's a better picture for her too. I also saw the screen grab of what Jim put Carol through. I guess Carol has some kind of UTI or some kind of thing going on. I'm not 100% sure, but it's bad. It's not good. It's sad. And like Jim making her like, I'm sure he's getting struck for that, but like, Carol, listen, I wouldn't even allow that if I was on the OTT. I saw some screens and I'm like, it's gross that after you've been a contributor like that, him making you do things like that, or I don't know if you wanted to do things. I don't know how that's funny or clever or anything. I think a lot of Carol, it's bad. Just Carol, I saw the photo and I'm not making fun of the way you look, but like, you should not be subjecting yourself to that kind of stuff. It's just bad. So thank you to Kathy Fagan coming in there. $20 super sticker. Thank you, Kathy Fagan. Monica comes in. Let me see. Monica, she's in a real nice lady. Mr. X, though, you were okay with all this BS4. But now you're 1,000% against it. Makes it hard for smart people to just follow the shit being put out. You allowed all of it to happen. It's a fair comment, Monica. If you listen, Monica, and I know Monica's been around and I like her. She's been around. It's a fair question. It's a question I've been asked before. I was not okay with not a lot of it, but some of the content Jim did on Jim Terry TV, Crab Legs Friday, and even getting into Night Owl Network. Okay. If you listen, I think Watcher Crazy has a video out there where I'm arguing with Jim. I argued with Jim about having Janelle on there for 2 weeks. I stood up to Jim. So there wasn't, we're talking about content over a 3 or 4 year period, but you could see towards the end, I kept saying, like, what are we talking about here, Monica? Let me give you an example. Like, okay, so what am I okay with? Well, let's start first, Monica, because I think that's a really fair question. I'm not saying that you're a stupid person or anything. You got a nice tan too. That's a good thing. I need to get one. But my question would be this, and the question should be this: what am I not okay with? Well, people who are contributors, Kathy Fagan, Carol, often chatters, I would beg Jim, plead with Jim. Hey, what would hurt you to be nice to Kathy Fagan? Why would you do that to Carol? Why would you do that to Cheryl? I've said this on many shows. I don't know, Monica, if you were over there on the OTT, but like and don't block Monica, don't take her off or anything. It's a fair question. I mean, I don't mind. And so but like doing the content against Leanne, fucking A, she stole content. We did it. The stuff, the stuff that was going on with down in San Diego, yes, there was real thought about putting a lawsuit on them. There was definitely thought, and there still is some thought on my part. So it depends what the context is king here, Monica, of what we're being okay with. And the part of the thing that you have to understand too, Monica, is from a host's point of view, if you're not on the shows just by not being around, like let's just say I'm 100% behind the paywall of the OTT, you're losing opportunities to be seen and to potentially get cash apps. Like I would have people tell me, Monica, I sent Jim a PayPal up front and he wasn't even on XNN. I'm not sending him anything anymore. So I wasn't always okay with all the content, especially if it's making fun of people. Like everybody knows I was not okay with the Steve content. I talked about this on Monica. I talked about this on Johnny Yarborough's show the other night. When Jim was doing all those interviews with Johnny Yarborough's family, did you notice on Rumble, I dropped down and wasn't part of it? I didn't want to be associated with that. So, I mean, what are we really talking about here? So, I mean, I think that that's kind of short-sighted. I'm not being mean to you, but I think it's a fair question. But the mean-spirited stuff, no, I wasn't really involved in that. That all that stuff that was going down in San Diego, the half sister, go watch. Well, you can't. I was going to say go watch your shows back. You can't. I was telling people, or Jim was telling me, Mr. X, you haven't even seen this. Mr. X, you're not even. So I would be sitting there, and part of the way that I looked at it, Monica, is that like I'm there for the people on the OTT. I'm like the OTT was agnostic about what content he created. Whatever he created, I would think it's a bad business move, but you can't direct him. But if you're not on the show and you're not helping produce the show, I felt that I was ripping off people who were paying $30 and some people even paying $42.99 a month if they had a Night Owl Network. So I was in the position where I'm like, you know what? I'm going to be on these shows and I would voice my opinion on shows and off air over and over and over again. If you weren't on more than once, and if anybody who has been here, and you can tell me in the chat or not, if you listen to the last 2 months of the OTT, you could hear me arguing with Jim a lot. So I would argue that my case is very clear on this subject. It's very clear on this subject. There you go. Any other questions? And even to the point of somebody like Emma, like I liked Emma. Okay. Kenny Hines is not a big fan of. And I liked, what was the hot new wife, Brianna? I liked her too. Like she was a nice thing. But at some point, like we could only have so many Janelle updates. We could only have so many Emma updates. We could only have so many of these, hey, let's go back to put our hand in the cookie jar again type thing. You could only do so much of that before it's like, well, why don't we get somebody like a Sam Hoger? Why don't we get somebody like an Eric Spudik? Why don't we get somebody completely different or do something new? Oh, here's the new Angel Gotti story. I mean, yeah, we know Angel Gotti's a liar. I mean, that's not new news. So I argued with Jim about that all the time. So, yes, 130 people here, 130 bots. Miss Texas coming in again. She's back again. It's starting again. There she is, $10. Thank you so much. So, I think that's my overall. I'm trying not to be too long-winded, but that's kind of part of what we do here. Is you don't want to attack the people or be disrespectful to the people who have been around the longest. Like, when even going back to that Johnny Yarborough show with the Blue Diamond and the things in the nose. Now, Blue Diamond's got like a great sense of humor and a great personality, and she's okay with it. But like, I probably wouldn't even do that. And when I'm explaining things, Monica, that are about Jim, they're not making fun of him. You know, he uses words like, you know, mammy and stuff like that. I don't use words like that. I just tell you what I see in person and what the verifiable truth is. Like, here's the truth. Here's the fact. So, and I would say that Jim has gone overboard, Monica, because there's one finite point of why he went overboard. And then I'm done with it. And I'm addressing you, but I'm here for other people. And you're a nice lady. And I think I owe this to you because you've been around so long. And I do think a lot of you, regardless if you're going to stay over here or not. There's too many people, Monica, that you don't know behind the scenes. And I'll name a few of them: Texas Granny, Barbara Buffalo, you know, just to name a few. That were very nice to Jim and did a lot of things to help Jim behind the scenes. And to attack them when they've, you know, not only been there, and speaking of that, there you go. There's Texas Granny right there. Yeah, well, but it came up, Spud Bugs, it came up recently again, because I guess allegedly they were going to have a baby. There was some, you know, some thing out there about them having a baby or something. I don't know. This is what I heard. But you just don't want to do that to people. You know, even like Michelle. You know, Michelle starts coming down like suck it, but she's part of the joke. Like, it's part of having a good time. And if she says, hey, listen, I don't want to do it anymore, then you move along your way. And I believe that something bad happened to Jim around like that last football game that he played on June 13th. I think it was the 13th, 14th, 15th. I was done on the 15th. The 16th, they hired another guy. There was all these other things going on, and it just fell apart for him. See, here's the other thing, Monica. The difference between people coming in on super stickers for the Mr. X and taking memberships. If Jim gets terminated, or that channel gets terminated, say it's in his wife's name or something like that, and you paid, it's not a lot of money, but it's $5, like, it's over. Like, people who are sending me money, like, I don't owe them anything going forward. But if, you know, you had 2 weeks left on your membership, and this is why I don't want to do a membership, like, you still kind of owe them if you get terminated. Well, he don't give a shit. He just already got your money. And the way YouTube will do it is they will pay you out on the next 21st. You just won't be able to get paid again after that. So, I mean, I hope that explains it. It's not yelling. It's not, you know, being mean. It's not being vicious. If you like Jim and you like that kind of content, you want to go over there, then go do it. But that's it. That's all I could say about that. Okay. Moving on. We got through that, right? Yes. I want to thank Carol. I think a lot of you, I guarantee I'd have had a problem with that if I'd have had a real problem with that if I was on that show. Guaranteed. I want to thank Allie for sending me in this little video. It's kind of a change of pace of what I'm talking about. So the haters say that this is boring. Too bad for them. Too bad for them. I don't give a fuck. But we always talk about the dogs and we always talk about the cats over here. But how about talking about what happens when some bird friends, they like the human food, which, by the way, I got a copyright notification, not a strike or anything, from playing the trailer of Prey on Friday. And I'm like, I stopped it. It's fair use. What the fuck are we talking about here? Like, how is that not legal? You know, but the birds, they like to come over and they like to eat the human food. Let's see, here's some of this. Then they try to bite the skin away when you don't get. He wants some Chinese. Look, he's trying to block. This one's trying to get in. This lady says, you don't take my food. What are you doing? It's mine. Now look at him. He wants some rice and he gets moved the chopstick. He doesn't like. Now look at it. This guy wants pizza. No, you don't get any pizza.
No pizza. Hey.
And then he snakes it away and he runs away. Now look at this guy. He's just eating some, I don't know, some rice, and the bird's there and he's getting a little snarfle. This one also likes rice, does not like the green beans. I think Allie's starting to get it. She knows what I like. She knows I like the birds. Now look at him. He likes French fries, and then he runs away. I didn't realize he flew away. I didn't realize birds liked French fries. Now, this bird, I don't know. This bird, I think, likes Taco Bell. He's getting very excited. And here's some kind of soup. And look at him. He's trying to drink out of it. He's trying to get a little snarfle out of it. Now, this bird, he does like, the girl's going to almost eat the bird. This bird, or she likes the ramen noodles, the noodles. Now, look at this lady. I don't know if you can get some kind of Giardia or something. Or what is it called when you get sick? Hentavirus or something if that happens. They're having a good time with the bird sucking up some of that soup. There's a lot of these. Now, this bird, smart. I would not be eating that ramen noodles. Human beings get sick from it. Not good for a bird. Birds like the rice, I think. She likes that. Snarfling it down. And what is this? They try to get a little morsel, then they come back. It's like a little cat almost. It's weird, but they're cute. I met a lady who's got this little cute dog. I always see her walking this dog. Like she must be like another complex or two over, but I see her walk, and the dog must be a puppy. And I always say, "Oh, there's a dog." Sometimes I don't even look at her; I just look at her dog. Talk to her. She's like, "Yeah, you can go ahead and pet him." And so I start petting the dog, and the dog start like it's like a puppy almost, like just beyond a puppy, but he bites hard. So he started biting the skin real hard. I'm like, fuck, this puppy's trying to bite the skin away. Do nothing. And I think he almost like broke the skin a little bit on my hand. Lashes and Tats does not like the bird coming in and trying to, why not? I mean, they're hungry too. I don't know what kind of dog it was. It was like a small, like greyhound almost. I don't know how to explain it. Like a very odd, small looking greyhound dog, but not super skinny either. So it was mixed with something else. I don't know. It almost like broke the skin. I don't think the dog was trying to be bad. I just think that, he was excited and, he wanted to play with somebody. I was like, wrestle him a little bit. Then he tried to take the skin away. Yep. Oh, you like greyhounds? Yeah. I like greyhounds too, but they need a lot of room. They can't be, people who have apartments and condos. It's hard. I mean, you got to have a bigger house and see some of these dogs that have a lot of fur on them. It's tough to put them in this kind of weather. So thank you, Allie, for sending that in. Yeah, I mentioned I got the weird copyright notice from Prey. The fuck? Fair use. So I'm fighting it. Not that it's a copyright strike. So here's another quick story, and I'm not sure if PZ's out there or not, but there's a place that's in Hollywood. And this place that's in Hollywood is called Good Times at Davy Wayne's. Good Times at Davy Wayne's. And there's an article that came out. It says there is some bad news for this popular looking for people looking to have a good time at this popular 70s retro bar in Hollywood, known for its secret entrance behind a vintage refrigerator. Okay. Good Times at Davy Wayne's is what it's called. It's a kind of an odd name to begin with. And this must be something the kids go do or something like that. I don't know. So I looked this up. I'm not going to show the news article, but apparently the Good Times at Davy Wayne's have stopped. And the reason they have stopped, let me just show you what the entrance looks like first. At Davy Wayne's. I'm going to bring up somebody else's, because if it's not a news article, I got to be careful what I show here. These people are fucking crazy about striking somebody. They'll get you for anything. What's up, Adele? Adele is here too. This is in Hollywood. I'm not sure if you've been there or not, PZ. Bring it up, monkey. The monkey brings it up. So like this is the entrance of the bar. It looks like old vending machines from the 70s. Remember those cigarette vending machines there in the middle? And you walk in here. Okay. It looks like a 70s, like, I don't know, back room, or I don't know what it would be. But you walk in here, and this is the entrance to the bar. These little millennial motherfuckers, they love this kind of shit. They get excited over anything. They just looking for a reason to drink. So you walk in through this this elevator, through this refrigerator door, and there's the club music and the kids dance. And I say kids, they're all adults, but a lot of guys with neck beards and black rimmed sunglasses and unattractive women. It's just a sausage fest in there. There's no women. There's like one ugly chick in the middle, but this isn't like some dudes with neck hair. I mean, maybe there's some cute chicks there. I don't know. But the fact of the matter, it's like it's all dudes. It's like 4 dudes to 1 chick. Gays girls don't want to hang out there. It's all dudes. Is this a gay bar? Might be. I don't know. But the food looks okay. Let me tell you, sir, this guy who's doing this, maybe this isn't a good idea. You might be getting henta virus from that. There is a giant, this is in the news today, giant rat infestation. And look at the Mr. X 2 hours ago when I was putting together the show. That's cool and all, and that you enjoy it, but realize there's fucking rats everywhere there. You might want to go get checked for the henta virus. I had to put my little comment in. I was thinking about calling this place up, doing the hardcore prank tonight. Let me at least give them a like for their trouble. But hey, I heard they're closed down, and they got music. They got little bands. I mean, maybe this is like one of those like pre-Viper Room type things, but I guess when you enter the bar, inside of a fucking refrigerator. Oh, I wish that place was open. They would be getting a call from the Mr. X before you know it. Yeah, last attack's bad. It's bad. And that's happening a lot. I'm seeing that going on a lot. Ugh. Where are them coyotes? They can clean them up. Well, they're not too far from that area, Mean Green. They're around probably the corner. But I have never heard of this Good Times at Davy Wayne's. Where the fuck? I put this down. Now I can't find it. Oh, God. So I had to look this up because I haven't spent too much time in San Francisco, frankly, no time. But they have a surfing contest in an area called Pacifica, California. Never heard of it. I had to look it up to see where it was at. And actually it is about 12 miles south of the San Francisco, like, is it like Moon Bay Lake area or some bullshit like that? I guess. But I wish I fucking knew about this surfing event way before it ever was a thing. Because if I would have known about this, I don't know if I would have gone up there. But I definitely am interested in this because, I like the animals and all that kind of stuff. So, a surfing contest. What's the gimmick? Why would Mr. X care about the surfing contest? This is the World Dog Surfing Contest. Monkey, bring it up. Okay, let's take off that chat, though. We don't need that. And let's just see. So, yeah, the people go out there, and this was big national news. There's a little dog surfing contest. You go out there, and there's, men that surf with the dog, and then there's the dogs that just surf by themselves. I don't know I'd like to see this at Santa Monica because I'd go to this. But this is like a whole event, like where they're covering this shit pretty seriously. Like newscasters and stuff out there. Now, this definitely doesn't look like the Mr. X area. But look at all the cameras. Look, this has just happened over this past weekend. I know it's a little bit blotchy here, but you just throw the dog in. The dog has a good time surfing in, and hopefully he doesn't get hurt. Now, we saw the waves recently down in Newport Beach and all that stuff. Oh, look at him. He's going backwards. He didn't even care. He's having a good time. Now turn around. Look at how many people are out there. Jeez, oh, man. The World Dog Surfing Championship 2026. Pacific Coast TV. That's right. And the dogs aren't scared. So this was Linda Mar Beach. Never even fucking heard of that. Oh, I wish I knew that this was going on live. All day. There's more women at this thing than at that. Look, he's in some tough surf there, but he's standing up. He's doing more than the Mr. X could do. He's barking, too. He doesn't like it. He's got his life vest on. I guess you got to have the man with you. Look, he's going to go under. He knows the big wave's coming. Oh, he hung on. I don't know who won it or how you win it or how it works, but just the fact that that's about as Southern California as you can get with this kind of stuff. A dog surfing contest. Yes. I mean, it's crazy. I've never seen anything like that. I mean, I've seen dogs surfing, but I've never seen a dog surfing contest like that where I don't know what the prizes are, but they give away something. Rainbow Melon coming in there. She is 99 cents on the super sticker. Let's add that. We're up to 16 now total. And the numbers continue to grow. That's right. Oh, what the fuck is this? Okay, let me take that down. Thank you, Rainbow Melon. We've talked a lot about Cantor's. There's a very famous kind of deli. It's kind of like one of those New York delicatessens out here. All the actors go to. It's been around forever. It's called Cantor's. You always see it in movies and all that. It's off Fairfax. Today, between 3 and 6 p.m., they celebrated their 95th birthday. Yeah, it's been around 95th birthday. I'll show you a picture of what it looks like. 95th birthday, and they're known for their pastrami sandwiches, which I'm not a big pastrami sandwiches, but this is the kind of place that like actors after acting class and all that stuff go to. But they had 95 cent between 3 and 6 p.m. today, and it's open 24 hours. You can go there at 2 a.m. at this restaurant. I heard they were really good pies, by the way, too. Their bakery does. But 95 cent pastrami sandwiches, and they don't give you like a little bit of food. Like it's like a ton of food. So 95 years Cantor's. I didn't realize it's been around that long. I didn't realize too many restaurants have been around 95 years, but I guess it would have been around in the 30s or something. But it's always looked the same. I've driven by it a bunch of times. There's like a little playhouse around there. It's not too far from it's like a little bit south of West Hollywood, a little bit south of Melrose as well. I just don't go over to that area. I don't have a reason to go over to that area. I mean, I've known people who live over in there in that area, but like I would just never stop there because I'd never just be hanging out in that area, But I know a lot of people that have been there. A lot of people like it. Phone lines are open too. I'll take your calls, 310-741-0845. Now, I never do that. I surf the web and not the ocean. Well, you're not in an area where you could surf the ocean, Wyatt Earp. What are you talking about? Aren't you in Montana or something like that? Texas Granny coming in. Let's get to number 17. We have gotten to number 17. Thank you for, by the way, the 3 super stickers that came in this weekend on XNN, that short pop-up show too. I think 2 of them were Rainbow Melon and one of them was Miss Texas, so I'm not mistaken. But I called him out on the show too. Thank you for that. Oh my God! I thought that the dog thing would be a big deal, but I mean, maybe not. I don't know. It's harder too because I'm trying to be very careful about getting struck because some of these people are real strike happy, and I'm talking about the news organizations, kind of like doing Mr. X News Network in a different way, just by like showing pictures. Like I could show the videos back on the OTT in kind of a different way. I saw another, I thought, fascinating video. Ariana Grande, who I'm like not necessarily a big fan of or anything, but she was underneath some scrutiny. People were she was in the movie Wicked. She was the good witch. And she's been doing different plays and Wicked and all that kind of shit. And she's been popping up in other plays as well. She's bailing out of it, and I could see, I mean, I've said it happens at all different levels. And she's pulling out of some London musical because of the online scrutiny she's been going on. Ariana Grande pulled out of an upcoming stage musical in London. Producers said that she had to withdraw from the public eye for a break for the intense scrutiny she's been facing. I'm not 100% sure all of the scrutiny, but, and I don't really follow her career that much to know much about her. But I know the movies she's been in. I know her singing and all that stuff, and she's definitely talented. But, could you imagine I can imagine to a smaller extent, just the continuous knocking, the continuous harassment, just too much sometimes. And no matter what it is, it's always going to be one thing. Oh, you did this. Oh, you did that. It could be almost anything. But I can tell you this, one thing I do know that's positive, and if I missed your call, I'll call you back because I'm juggling 2 or 3 things here at one time. Somebody came in a moment ago, $15, requests it be anonymous. I know who you are. Thank you so much for that. Also, PZ coming in, I like the list. I know what he's talking about, $5. Lashes and Tats sending $10, letting me know I was buffering bad. I'm good to go now. Thank you. Also, did you see the In-N-Out burger? This is from Eric Murphy, the guy with a silencer. I think the guy that was shooting him at him, I think he had something else, not a silencer. See, like there's footage of that. I'm being very hesitant of showing the footage. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Also, Barbara Buffalo coming in, $5 once again. Thank you, Barbara Buffalo. There she is. Miss Texas coming in. This is at $3.50 earlier today before the show started. $50. Mean Green coming in at $2.42. $3 once again. Did I just say her? Mean Green. Miss Texas, $50. Let's get it right. Lashes and Tats coming in. Happy Monday news night from Lashes and Tats, $10. Thank you, Lashes and Tats. Also, Mean Green yesterday, $3. We caught up on that. Thank you to that anonymous person. I got it. I didn't lose it. Also, Barbara Buffalo coming in. We'll get to that in a second. $1.99. They're coming in fast and furious. We'll get over to the PayPal. But he only has 100 people watching him. Well, whatever it is. I mean, whatever it is, it was whatever it is. I mean, no matter what, it seems like I could see why Ariana Grande is saying what she's saying. Texas Granny coming in. Today's the 3rd. She came in. It's Monday. Let's do this. $25. And then she also came in the 2nd for 5 days. Good to hear you, Texas Granny. That was on Johnny Yarborough's show last night. Thank you, Texas Granny. I think that's it. I think we're good. I don't think there's any Venmos. We'll catch up, and then we'll get back to it. Tick, 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 tick. Let's figure it out. Okay, we're good. We're caught up. Thank you so much. I said we were at 17 before. We are up to 18. Texas Granny there was the second to last one. Thank you, Texas Granny. And number 18 is Barbara Buffalo. Thank you, Barbara Buffalo. We'll take it. All right. It's only 2 more to go. Let's go. Don't show it, Mr. X. Don't show what? Oh, don't show the news thing. Yeah, because they're strike happy. Something's fucking going on. Something's weird. So I did try to call Bob today. And his phone, it sounds like his phone is disconnected. Like, I don't know what's going on there. And I'm going to try him again just to kind of prove it. Yeah, and Lashes and Tats, I got your text message too. That's why I'm staying. I don't want to do a show where I'm completely off camera. I mean, I kind of dress up and do my thing, to get ready for these. And I mean, I guess if you want to call it a dress up, I guess it is. But, then I don't even come on camera the whole time because the fucking internet's fucked up. But I wonder if it's that cord. I have a 30-foot cord that I kind of have been having to untangle that I've been getting. I'm going to toss the cord, and I got another one. It's supposed to come today. And this cord that's supposed to come in here today is like one of those rope cords, but it's 30 feet. I'm hoping that will help the signal. But then again, I've been hearing people have been having weird problems with StreamYard. I don't know if that's true or not. This is what happens when I call Bob.
The wireless customer you called is not available at this time. Please try your call again later. Announcement 1. The wireless customer you called is not available at this time. Please try your call again
later. Isn't that weird? That's today's the second time that I've ever tried to reach out to Bob since like June 15th. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I have no idea. I don't know what the fuck is going on with him. But there are some rumors going on out there about Bob. Public scrutiny. There are some rumors that Bob may have just shut off his phone and went out to Las Vegas. That's what I'm hearing. And somebody sent me this footage. I'm not it's Bob or not, but people are talking about this. You know, Bob was out in Vegas and he was driving around on one of those little carts. He was having problems walking. Bob, let me know. I mean, let me know you're okay. I don't know what happened. Maybe you just blocked me. I don't know. But, I mean, I don't know why you would. I didn't do nothing to you. But a lot of people are saying that this is Bob on the little lark there, slot machines. Look, he's going around and he's playing every slot machine at one time. Look, one, play that one, play the next one. He's going around. Is that Bob? Look at him. It looks like his back's okay. He's got a black hat on. Yeah, so he's playing 4 slot machines at one time and just using the cart to play as well. What happens if you have to hit a jackpot? You have to, and what like you got money in all of them. What if the Mr. X walks up, tries to take some money out of it? If you're getting to the bonus game, this is the ultimate sickness. This might be worse than betting on Canadian football, Bob. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe. Well, if you bet on WNBA, that's pretty bad too. Bob, is that you? It might be. I don't know. Oh, I hope he's in Vegas. You don't want to be out in Vegas right now, Texas Granny. It's way, way too hot. Bob is tired of being harassed, I'm sure. Maybe. It's possible. Also, let's see what else we got here. I saw an interesting article. I see these are all about articles I see. I could talk about the article and just show the article. And I know there's a lot of people out there that smoke weed and all that kind of stuff. A major change is happening in America. And people may not have noticed. I can tell you this, I've noticed. According to federal data, which drug has passed alcohol in cigarettes? Which drug has passed alcohol and cigarettes? Well, it's all around me and stinks, and it's just continuous. And I think that these numbers are just becoming public because people used to hide it. It's marijuana surpasses alcohol and cigarettes as America's top daily drug. Thank you, Mark, for letting me use your Facebook. There it is. Here it is. According to federal data, the latest survey found 21.4 million Americans using marijuana daily, which I'm sure they always have. They're just admitting it now. And almost compared to 19.9 million daily cigarette users and 17.2 million alcohol users. What do you think that says about changing attitudes and habits in the U.S.? I've never smoked weed, so I don't know all the effects of it, but I've never jumped off a bridge into fucking rocks either, and I know I don't want to do that. Smoking. Yeah, and there's some guy posting in this saying, well, I'd rather be in a room with a bunch of weed heads eating Funyuns than a bunch of drunks wanting to fight each other. Okay, I'll go with you on that. But I mean, there are, sativa, marijuana that makes you lazy. And we talked about this with Sam Hoger a couple weeks ago. You only got so many hours of the day to get things done. And if something's going to make you less than up and about, then time to legalize. Somebody just came in a minute ago. Then I don't know. But I wonder how much that affects your chest or your lungs or any of that kind of stuff. Maybe not as much as cigarettes, and it's probably not as bad as alcohol. But here's what I would say, Fox News. What does this say about changing attitudes and habits? There's a change in attitude because it's become more publicly accepted. You know what's weird? As like TRT has become, more legalized throughout the United States, or sports gambling, of those three, marijuana is definitely the most accepted. Like, it's weird to see how California, as an example, has just accepted marijuana, but they will not accept sports gambling. It's just very odd that comes up that way. I mean, it's not going to affect my life one way or another if there's sports gambling or not in California, but it does affect me when people are smoking weed all over the fucking place. It's just like everywhere, and it's continuous. And attitudes have changed towards it and about it, but I just think people are speaking out about it more now because it's legal. You're not going to go to jail. How many people got arrests? Well, we've talked about this like with Ty Corbin as an example. Yeah, we are at 21 super stickers as of right now Texas Granny. By the way, we missed a few here coming in here. There is, if you add the 4 rainbow melon ones at the beginning, we're up to 25. It is Miss Texas, $5. Johnny Yarbrough coming in again, $5. And it is again Miss Texas Granny coming in, another $5. Thank you for that. This is a good point here. California can have thousands of flavors of weed and weed gummies, but you're not allowed a menthol cigarette. Great fucking point. Great point. And I've heard Danielle talk about that, and it's actually Miss Texas 21 currently, but there were 4 from Rainbow Melon, so I mean technically it's 25. But that's right. There is the update. There's the updated number. But yeah, that's a great point. That there is. Menthols are not allowed. Well, I mean, I probably the worst one of them all. And, I'm not an expert at drinking, smoking cigarettes or smoking weed, but it seems like the worst one overall is alcohol. I mean, you can't operate a car drinking, and that one will fuck you up the most. I think cigarettes are bad too, but I don't know. You only get so much time on this earth. Do you want to have that fucked up with just something that'll make you lazy? I mean, not all of them I hear make you lazy or make you laid back like that. I understand, but yeah. And I know before they say anything, I believe that somebody is fucking with my numbers too. I mean, yeah, you could see we're strong, Barbara Buffalo, in super chats and super stickers. And there's not a show that I've had where the numbers like this, like it says 75, 74, but it was fucked up in the beginning too. I'm not sure what's going on with that. I haven't had I mean, like the monetization of this show is fine. It's actually doing great, but I don't understand. Like usually I don't have a show less than 150. So I don't know. I haven't seen, maybe the, what's that thing called that goes out? The notification, maybe the notification thing didn't go out, but it was up to 130. Yeah. And I don't know if there's ways to, bots to suppress things. I'm not 100% sure, but I know that we're going strong with our core group of people, and that's good enough for me. It doesn't make me feel bad. I mean, I'm still motoring along. It is what it is, So cigarettes, not good. This is good. So when I did that live from the Orange County Fair the other day, I was showing those backdrops. And I think what happens is when I show something or I look something up, what ends up happening is you get a situation where the algorithm notices it. And what happens? It shares it with you. Here's a shot from Warner Brothers where they put the greenery in the front. They put one of those fake drawing backings in the back, and then they blow the wind on the guy. And then by defocusing the background, you can't really tell that this guy isn't in the woods. He's on some stage, and it's like lit perfectly. That's exactly, and this is from the 1940s. So this would have been around when cantors were starting. So, yeah, I mean, it's amazing that there's so many of these now that are available and people aren't using them. But then again, you could use a digital screen, and you don't really need the artistry of somebody painting those or having to hang it up or having to light it. You could just, the light from the digital screen is enough. Let me bring this down here, bring up my background. Yeah, sometimes you talk about these things and they pop right up. I'm going to bring Johnny up here in a little bit if Johnny is around. There was a video that was going around too. I hear that I haven't clicked the link, and I don't think that this is one of these things where it is a AI photo, even though it does look a little bit plastic, where I guess Mario Lopez, you remember Mario Lopez from Saved by the Bell. He played Slater. I guess he was out at a Dodgers game with his niece, his much younger niece. And there was a viral photo that he put out of her eating a hot dog or two. And people are saying that this is very creepy. People are saying that Mario Lopez deletes viral Dodgers dog with his niece after fans call it creepy. Dodger dog, the hot dog that you get at Dodgers game. People are finding this very creepy. I thought it was funny, but somebody just goofing around, and then yeah, I mean, now that I do look at it, it's kind of creepy. Johnny, you be the judge of it. I don't know. You tell me. Is it creepy? Is it not creepy? Kind of is creepy. I mean, I guess the longer you look at it, the more creepy it gets. So Donkey Dick says, I was just walking in and a yellow jacket buzzed by me and intentionally in my neck, looked around, walked under the overhang, and another 4 lit me up. Now, that's how it happens. That's how it happens, sir. That's what happens to you. Those things, they'll get you. By the way, being out at the property this weekend, did not see any bees. No bees whatsoever. But I can tell you what I did see. The next morning, the trail cameras are active, as you guys are probably aware. He's got cameras out there everywhere. Well, the trail cameras are active. And, oh, shit. Very next morning, there was a bobcat out there. So, like, I would have left, I don't know what time, whatever that live was, like 5 or 6 p.m. I can't remember exactly. But, so, you know, you check the notifications come in a couple times a day. And I see this. I'm going to bring it up. Monkey, bring this up real quick so I can prove this point. Now, I didn't request an HD picture yet. But there he is right there. So if you look above the 2026, go like right above, right to the left of the hill, you see something walking. That is a bobcat. Now, that van that I had that was out there would be this picture right here. I mean, obviously, that is AI fixing the the van, right? But that's what the van looked like. That's actually from a trail camera photo too. I just put Mr. X driving and I put X&M Productions in there. But that's actually from a trail camera footage, but AI alters it a little bit. But the van backed up right where that, like, pulled the van straight forward and then backed it up in the direction that this bobcat's going from camera right, walking over to camera left. But they're out there, man. They're out there, and they were out there the fucking next morning. Look, it's 10:25 a.m. and 92 degrees at 10 a.m. Ugh. Yuck. Don't like it. But let me show you something I do like. This is something that I'm a big fan of. For those who have cats, I know that we got a lot of cat people here. This is called a cat bunk bed. Now, you can see there's a cute little one. I don't think this is AI, Donkey Dick, but we'll find out together. You see a cute little one on the right. Now, there's one already sleeping in the middle, and this appears to be legit. So this cat, he's not going to go to the bottom. He's not going to go to the one below the other cat. Of course, he's going to go to the top. I'm assuming it's a he because he's real big. But look at him. He goes, and look, he almost wakes up the other cat. The other one in the middle, he's minding his business. Look. He gets up there. I think this is real. And look at him. Camera zooms in a little bit, and he goes to sleep. He's out of there. Look at this. Look at this cat funk fan. Look at he's cute. Oh my! How does this shit get on the internet? It's like America. So he's minding his own business. Look at the tabby one or whatever. I guess the tabby one's on the bottom. And he just jumps up there. I don't think this is AI. I think this is real. He gets in there. He has a little pillow. And it's time for sleep. Well, I want to see all 4 of them. There's 4 of them. They got, maybe there's only 3 and the bottom one is just like toys or, like a toy area. But you would think that could tip over. I mean, it's not really a bunk bed. It's more like a storage area. Wyatt Earp says, I see bobcats all the time in Missouri. I've never seen a bobcat out there, Wyatt Earp. I mean, like, I've always wanted to see a mountain lion and a bobcat. Well, maybe I don't want to see the mountain lion. Yeah, it's a pretty big bobcat. I'm like, that bobcat, I mean, I know exactly where that's the area that kind of had a ditch where the road starts going the opposite way. Where I always show at the end of the show where I'm shooting the machine gun or whatever it is. I know that area very well. And that, that would be up to about my knees. Like, that's not a small bobcat. And it's not like I'm a short guy or anything either. I'm 6'1". But Barbara Buffalo says, that's cute. I like it. Yeah, I like when the people call in. I guess I have to have the thing go down for that to happen because I don't get as many calls. But let me do this real quick. I'm going to send it over to Johnny Yarborough real quick and see him if he's out there and about there. I always like to have Johnny come up, give him, the schedule usually stays the same throughout the week. And but I, always like to I've been doing this on a lot of the shows, bringing Johnny Yarborough up and saying, Johnny, what's the schedule for this week? And then he tells me, so Johnny, I'm going to send you a link. I'm going to send it to Texas Granny too, just in case we need it for anybody else that's asking in the chat. Give me 1 second here as I send it over to Johnny. I actually ended up hearing from Jesse Roth today. She called me, and nothing serious or nothing crazy, but just just kind of catching up, saying hello. And I hadn't talked to her in a long time, but I know she's around, and she says hello to everybody. She's trying not to be in the middle of anything. I hope by just saying her name, that's not putting her in the middle of anything. But she's a nice lady, and she ended up catching up with the Mr. X today just to kind of see what was going on. I haven't talked to her. I think she's still over there on Angels. But I'm going to send it to Barbara, and then I'll send it to Texas Granny too. Okay. That way Johnny can attest to what I'm saying. Okay, that's sent. Good. So weird that my signal was not working as well with that thing in. It just doesn't make any fucking sense. So odd. So odd that doesn't make any sense. It's like this has been like a very odd show. That one show, Adele, the one show that I did where I talked about that mountain lion killing that lady and them dragging her away. Oh my God, that was so sad, and they had to break it to her parents. Lash in chat says, "Oh my God, I'm part of a feral cat rescue. I love that." There it is. Yeah. And I'm kind of, I'm being careful with some of the news, but I'm kind of being, to be 100% honest here, kind of waiting for this NFL season to start. I mean, there's so much that's going to happen in the NFL over the next couple weeks, and also within the next 2 weeks. I'll tell you guys a quick little story of an IRL I'm going to do coming up. There's a place out there, and I want to be careful of how I word this, and I might have talked about it before, but I'm going to explain it again, that gets trash from old movies. Okay? It could be movie sets. It could be a lot of different things. Partitions, like how they make the fake rocks or whatever it is, clothing. Like if somebody's throwing away stuff, this place picks it up. And there's a giant wait. It's sometimes up to 2 or 3 weeks to get in there. And I have it set up where I'm going to go there in the middle of August. And I got 1 hour, and it's free. I'm Johnny, I'm going to bring you up in 1 second. And it's free to pick stuff up, but you got to pay like $30 to get in there. $30 one time, $10 each additional person. So I'm going to do something live from this place when I go there sometime in August. I'm going to bring Johnny up. What's up, Johnny?
Hey, what's going on with you, bad boy?
What's weird today is like I've had like these really high numbers, and it's weird that like kind of today, I don't know what's going on, but I've had like weird, like StreamYard's been kind of fucking up, and the numbers are really low.
Yeah.
But here's the other stuff though. But like the Cash Apps, the super stickers, all that stuff has been like on par. Like I don't know what's going on.
I don't either.
All
I know is I'm here to watch the show, and I'm enjoying it. And you're a good guy, man. And just letting you know that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So what's the schedule for you this week? I always like to have you come up, see what's up with you. But I guess
I'm coming on Wednesday night.
And next week you have surgery.
And next week I have surgery.
Okay. Okay. So when is the surgery? What day is it?
August 11th. Tuesday.
So you're Tuesday.
Yeah, next Tuesday. Yeah.
How long are you going to be out of commission?
I don't know. I never had this kind of surgery before, so I don't know what's going to be all about.
It's not going to be as bad as the other one.
No, they're taking out my gallbladder.
Jesus.
To get rid of.
Do you have to stay in overnight?
No, I don't believe so. I think it's After they have the surgery done, they want me to pass gas because my stomach's going to be bloated with air. So they want me to pass gas before I go home. I don't know.
But that could go ahead.
I don't know what they're going to do, what the case is. I'm going to call them tomorrow and ask them questions before I go in and stuff like that. So Wednesday I'm going to come on Wednesday. Where'd you go? Oh, there you are.
Yeah, I'm here. I try to pop back up. Yeah.
And then,
see if it works.
And then I'm going to go, and then I'll probably do a show on. My last show will be on Sunday until I heal up.
Okay, till you heal up.
Yeah.
And
I might go live from the hospital too.
You did that before. Well, I mean you're doing a show you're having it on Tuesday, so I will be doing XN. Do you have to do the thing where you don't eat beforehand?
I got to go 72 hours without drinking alcohol. I don't drink alcohol and smoking cigarettes. I do 72 hours of that, and I forgot what they said about me eating or something. I think they don't want me to eat in the next 20, in the 24-hour mark. You know what I mean? So
right,
they want me to fast and shit like that. So I guess that's what's going to happen.
But my question would be, is if you're going to have to fast, say for example, you're going to have to fast, like how do you pass gas if you haven't eaten anything for, however long?
Oh, I know. Texas Granny said I had to stay all night when they took mine out.
Right. That's the big question is like, how is that going to work? And like, hopefully you're not in there for like 2 days.
No.
And how long has it been since you had your last surgery?
10 months.
Okay, because I always wonder the lingering effects of being put under over and over again. Like, by the way, Rainbow Melon coming in, $2. There she is. She's back.
Can I make a response? Can I make a response to somebody? Mr.
Yeah, go ahead. Thank you, Rainbow Melon.
Well, no, I don't want to know if you want me to discuss his name on your show.
Go ahead. Let's talk about whatever you want to talk about. Go ahead.
Okay. I guess I had Jim on and I was listening to both of y'all at the same time. And I guess he went after me again to call the state of California to turn me in as fraud.
Wait, hold on. You're telling me Jim is on now?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't even know that. I wasn't even aware.
And he said something in these words is that he's going after your movie and stuff like that. And
how?
He said he's going to play it on Rumble. The priest, the one that you gave me, the movie that you gave me, he's going to play it on Rumble over there. And there ain't nothing you can do. There ain't nothing you can do.
Here's what could be done with that. It could be struck, and it's copywritten. It'll be struck. It'll terminate his channel. And here's the thing, though, with a movie like that, it's already on a lot of those advertising video on demand sites, like for example, Tubi, Fossum. It's on a lot of those. So it's like he could play it off of one of those and it's still going to play. Like he doesn't have the master file of it. He's going to play it off those and it still gets the commercials. And then by him doing that, he's going to get struck. So, what can he do? What does it matter?
Right.
I just wouldn't watch it. I wasn't even aware that he was on. I didn't even know.
Yeah, and you know what? I was watching wrestling, and I got a fucking another robo-text from him, and I accidentally hit his show, and he was rumbling about that he went and after me to the state of California. He called the state of California. He said it was a very good call. He said that he turned me in for fraud and about my cash apps and all that shit. So, and I'm already, you know what? I'm already okay with who takes care of my responsibility of my finances. And so I'm up to date. I'm up to date with them.
Why not just block the robocall or just opt out of it so you don't get it anymore?
I don't know how to block it. Is it just like a regular call? Like a regular call?
At the end of it, you can request to be removed from it, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Give me 1 second, Johnny. I'm going to go on mute for 1 second.
Okay.
Say hello to a few people. Give me a couple seconds. I'm going to come back.
Hello, Texas Granny. Hello, Barbara Buffalo. Hello, Mean Green. Hello, Donkey Dick. Kathy Fagan. Hello, my love. Let's laugh about it. How you doing? Gina from Minnesota. How you doing? Squirrel Sandwich. How you doing? And Tango Booze. How you doing? Johnny, if you're having your gallbladder removed, it's the keyhole surgery is here, so I would presume it the same there. Okay. I hate that smell of shit. I hate that smell of shit. Yeah. Yeah, so we're going to do a show Wednesday, guys, and we're going to have a lot of fun over there. Go ahead, Mr.
Well, Johnny, I can tell you this. I mean, we could go back and forth about, all the hater shit all day, but, the fact of the matter is Jim's really upset over the fact that he's just getting slaughtered. I mean, I don't know about the numbers today or what's going on with that, or if there's a way to suppress numbers or to damage it, but you can't suppress 26 super stickers and how well we've been doing here. So my thing is, I'm just going to continue to do my show. I'm going to do the best I can do. I'm not really worried about it too much. They could talk about, coming after the movie and doing this. Well, he said that I wouldn't go live. I was live this weekend. I didn't see it. He said that, he said all these different things, and it's just all bullshit. We talked about this on your show the other night.
Yeah. And he also said that he's a member now on my memberships. When knowing I know better than that he is blocked over here on my channel. He says he's under a fake name, but I will catch that fake name and I will take care of it.
Give me a second. Lashes and Tats, I do not see your email. Can you send it again?
Yeah, she said YouTube's having issues today.
Yeah. I sent you a screenshot. YouTube is having issues today. I don't know.
Well, they need to give you credit for a day.
Well, I look at it like this. People are saying this right now. Jim is not getting any money. No, right now, the people who are watching Jim, he's not making any money. So that's how he measures metrics. I mean, it is what it is. I don't see your email, Lashes and Tats, unless it went to a spam or something like that. Yeah, I don't see it.
Yeah, Squirrel Sandwich says if you're going under that often, then remember to stay active and do breathing exercises to prevent pneumonia from the anesthesia.
Okay.
I don't even know what that is, but I'll do it.
If you're going, let's see what it says here. If you're going under that often, then remember to stay active and do, like you said, breathing to help prevent pneumonia from anesthetic. I think that I went under when I had my knee surgery and I broke my nose first, then had knee surgery. It's probably 10 months apart. But, I don't know. I don't know if that could really affect you, but, probably about 10 months apart. Yeah.
Oh, Texas Granny said, Johnny, you want to move, not lay around.
So you're saying it's a text message, but you guys got to, if you're going to send something to me, it'd be better to send it to the email address, Mr. X is not loose scunt, because I don't look at the text messages as much. Give me a second here. Spiderman breaking a record, $360 million on the opening.
Whoa.
Pretty damn, yeah. There was a lot of people in there. And I see there's some stuff coming in from Barbara Buffalo too.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I tried to call you to let you know your feed is cutting out bad. Some people can't hear you. It's buffering for all the seconds. And then, yes, YouTube is experiencing technical anomalies today with multiple reporters fluctuating metrics and spike in platform issues. This is an erratic bounce of numbers is likely manifestation of unknown real-time data syncing delays in YouTube back end. Yeah, so something's going on with the YouTube numbers. So it's very odd because of every show that I've ever done since returning to YouTube, it's never really been like this, and everything else monetarily wise and the chat wise is the same. So something's weird. I don't understand it. But it's always better to email me. Okay, she did email to me than to send it to text messages. Give me a second here. This is what it's saying at today. Thank you, Lashes and Tats, for sending that. The numbers are going up and down, and it does not seem right as of far as viewers. Yes, YouTube is experiencing technical anomalies today, with multiple users reporting fluctuating metrics and a spike in platform issues. The erratic bounce of your viewer numbers is highly likely in a manifestation of a no. See, this is what I was talking about the other day, because I've wondered this before. People talk about buying bots or what numbers are real and what numbers are not real or this or that. And I've wondered, like, does YouTube just add numbers? There could be 15 people here. There could be 300 people here. There could be 3,000 people here. I don't fucking know. And see, something like this would show that there's always these weird anomalies. And people are acting like I'm sneaking around behind the scenes and doing something. And I've always wondered, like, I wonder if somebody was doing it for me or Jim was doing it. But obviously, per the beginning of the show, with having it plugged in, something's fucking weird, dude. Like, it doesn't make any sense. It's very odd. Oh, well.
Hey, Mr. X, I want to say this too, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Thanks to everybody that's been watching me, and thank everybody that's been subbing up to me. I'm 120 away to get 4,000 subs.
Damn, you're way ahead of me.
Yeah. Well, I've been doing my show about over 3 years now, Mr. X.
And have you had a strike or anything like that? I know you had one that fell off or something.
No, I had a strike where they took my money away from me and everything.
And then what happens? You're not monetized for a certain amount of time? How does that work?
90 days.
So that means you had more than one strike.
Uh-huh.
And what was that for? Playing music?
No, it wasn't playing music. It was for that one bitch that fucking sold me all that artwork, and then I was using it, and then she went to YouTube and struck me for it.
You know what? Okay. It's your turn too.
Huh?
It's your turn too.
My turn for what?
To call the feds.
To call who?
The feds on Jim.
Yeah.
The IRS?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. Let's just say, for example, Jim calls somebody and they're just going to listen to him blindly and say, oh, yeah, you know what? I don't know who you are. You have no identification. We have no way of proving you of anything, but we're just going to go ahead and listen to you.
And he gave him a fake identity, he said.
He gave him a fake identity, he said.
There's so many things that this guy said he was going to do and has not come through on just in the last 6 or 7 weeks. You know, it's just, like I said, a lot of it's junk. But I can tell you something that's not. Johnny just came in a second ago. $5. There it is. Gay J. Now
I'm trying to build that channel up too, Mr.
Which the Gay J channel.
Yeah.
I was asking PZ something earlier about that bar. Davy Jones or whatever the fuck it is. You ever heard of that or no? Did you see that?
Did you ever heard about that?
No, but Davy Jones is one of the monkeys.
Oh. Well, maybe I got the wrong thing. Hold on. Hold on a minute. Maybe it is Davy Jones. Davy something. It is called Good Times with Davy Waynes.
Davy Waynes, okay.
Yeah, well, the bottom line is Davy Waynes. What's that?
What's the address?
Let me look it up. It's 1611 North El Centro Avenue.
Say that again?
1611 North El Centro Avenue.
El Centro, that's in Hollywood.
Yeah, it's like right south of the Pantages, like a block or two south.
Yeah, it's not in West Hollywood, and I've never heard of it, no.
Yeah, it must be a newer place. Let me see if I can get a hold of them. Because it does say that, I mean, it was saying that they were shut down, but maybe they're not anymore.
Tell them
Yeah,
about the place to throw a party for Jim Perry.
Well, he's not gonna come out here. He's not gonna be, believe me, he's not gonna show up anywhere that I'm gonna be at. He'll never do that. I guarantee that.
Thank you, Lashes and Tats. I really appreciate that, Lashes and Tats.
What happened?
She says, congratulations, Johnny.
Yeah, congratulations on that, Johnny.
Yeah, I need 120 more people to get
You'll
to
get it.
4,000.
Yeah, you'll get it. All right, let me have you go on mute real quick, and let me call this place up.
All
All right, hold on. Put yourself on mute.
You've reached the Good Times at Davy Wayne's voicemail box. Our new hours for patio service are Thursday through Saturday, 8 p.m. to close, and Sunday.
Not picking up, see? See, they must be shut down. I mean, that was pretty big fucking news. Come on back up, Johnny.
Okay.
Yeah, that was pretty big news that they were shut down. Let me try it one more time real quick.
All right.
You've reached the Good Times at Davy Wayne's voicemail box. Our new hours for patio service are Thursday through Saturday, 8 p.m.
Nope. They're not open, dude. That's so fucking weird that place. I mean, I guess it's not that weird to have places in Hollywood to have, I'm going to come off camera real quick, with fucking rats everywhere, but it's weird. And the way I say it's weird is because this is happening a lot. And I don't know if it's because I'm looking at the news more and more, but like the more you look at the news, you're like, wow, I've seen that place. Oh, I went to that coffee place. It's almost like, you know, like when I was in New Orleans, like I was hyper focused on all the murders that were happening. I was like, oh, I've been there. Now it's rats. Oh, I went there. You know, next thing I know, that buffet that's down the road from you will have rats everywhere. That buffet is good. By the way, coming in just a minute ago is our friend Wyatt Earp. Here's a little something for you. The Mr. X coming in. $5. He takes us up to number 27.
28.
27. Oh, you're right. There's 24 plus 4. Oh, you can see. So you see the number in the back.
No, I don't.
Oh, you don't see? You can't see it?
Because I've been counting.
28. Like
I
I'll
was
give you
27 earlier.
I'll give you an example. Here, let me show this real quick. Well, so it was 27 earlier, you said?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let me just take a quick screenshot to show you. Like I can show you the inside of. Well, if it allows me, it's acting weird. Even the fucking screen grab thing, and maybe it's my computer. Oh, that's not going to work.
Oh, Rainbow Melon gave you another one, Mr. X.
Okay, so now we're at 29. About 5 of them are Rainbow Melon. So there's Rainbow Melon. We'll bring her up so we can get up to the current number. So she had 4 at the beginning.
You're not Tangle Booze.
Hey, Johnny, tell anybody to come up and tell us about that night in Detroit when that truck came up her driveway.
She's at work.
I want to hear all the details.
Miss Texas.
Miss Texas came in?
Yep.
Let's see here. Miss Texas, let's do it again. I was just about to take the screenshot. Here it is again. She's back, $3. So now we are at 30, right? Because she was 26. And it would be Rainbow Melon had 4 before the show. That is 30. I'm trying to catch up. Hold on. Well, it's the same 2 or 3 people they keep saying. There you go. I'm going to pull it up here in a second. See, this is, I guarantee you, Jim can't do this. Hold on.
Texas Granny came in again.
Okay, so I'm trying to catch up here, but Texas Granny would be number 27. There she is right there. But hold on one second. The only other way I could do it would be get like reverb, like have two at one time. I don't want to do that, but Texas Granny, thank you so much. So the number that I'm bringing up is going to be old news because we're one higher than that. Don't forget that here it is right here. That's what it looks like in the StreamYard in the backyard. So this is before Texas Granny did her one there. So there's now 31. Total of 31 super stickers in this show.
No, I don't see that, Mr. X. I don't see that on my end.
You don't see like the link. It doesn't say like live, and then it doesn't say starred next to it.
No, mine says private chat, comments, and recording.
Oh, that's weird. I wonder why I could see that for other people, but you can't see it for,
Maybe it's a setting.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's the reason or not. It's weird though. But right now we're at, there was 4 at the beginning, and then Texas Granny came in, so that makes it 31. That's not counting anything else. That's excellent. Thank you for that. I really appreciate it. But yeah, Johnny, the Spider-Man movie. What do you think? You going to see it or not?
I haven't seen it yet.
Well, it just came out, but are you into that as much? I mean, I know you're not a huge movie guy as far as going to the theaters and stuff, but like, is that a kind of movie you would go and see or not necessarily?
Not necessarily.
Ask if it's a different guy or the same guy.
What?
Ask if it's a different guy this time or the same guy.
Is it a different guy this time as Spider-Man?
Same guy again, and like the same girl who played MJ and all that kind of stuff. It's that same group of people, over and over again. Yeah, because I think he's done 4 movies. So
they like him pretty well.
Yeah, they like him pretty well.
Well, I mean, he's kind of like when that Marvel universe happened, and like he got into that, and that's when Sony kind of worked with Marvel and then Disney, so they were kind of able to work a deal, and that's why he came over there and did those films with them. But so he's had 4 movies, but he's been in like Avengers movies too. Like, not as the main character, but he's appeared in other movies. So he's been in more than 4 movies. The other guys, I think Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire had 3 movies, but then they were in that Spider-Verse movie. So if you want to count like where they were all in that one movie, that would be 4. But this Tom Holland guy's been in the most by far. Yes, 100%. 31 super stickers, super chats, PayPal's, Cash Apps from a loyalty community is what matters the most. Numbers on the screen don't contribute in any way. That's right. Well, it is what it is.
Hey, yeah, Mr. X, I want to say this. That's in chat. I see her picture. She's a beautiful young lady.
Yes, for sure. Yeah, Yep, and I bet you that's what she probably looks like.
I bet so too.
You know what was weird is I thought for a while that Lashes and Tats was Inky. Like there was like a confusion for a while, and then like I didn't know if she was on the OTT or not, or like that just shows like I know of her, but I didn't know a lot about her. I just knew of her. I mean, I definitely know that name. I didn't know. It's because sometimes like I give you an example. For some reason, Hullabaloo and How You Doing, I've mixed them up. Who's Snooks, and then there's another one. Snooks.
Don't mention Snook, that fat bitch.
Snooks, and then what was the other one's name? Like I've mixed them up too. There's another lady who starts with an S.
Sugar Plum?
No, not her. No, I know her. She's completely independent of all those people. No way.
Hey, has anyone else noticed how crazy Jim's been getting, remembering people's names and who he's talking about and stuff?
No, I haven't noticed. No.
He's did it like 3 or 4 times now that I've noticed. He'll be talking about somebody and then he'll lose it and change their name.
I don't know.
Well, I would argue, Rainbow Melon, that I think that there's something going on within YouTube. I mean, my numbers are excellent.
Yeah.
I mean, right now there are 31 super stickers, and it's by like over like 12 people. Like some of those obviously are multiple people, but like there are 12 different people, maybe even more than that have come in on the 31 super stickers. And that doesn't, and there's some people that came in the Cash App who I mentioned, like, I'll just say this one person who doesn't want to be mentioned has 2 names, and, you know, like, and it's not a first and last name, like their screen name is 2 names. And, you know, like that's not a person that's in here chatting. You know what I mean? So.
Oh, and he also said I did Carol really bad on my show last night.
Yeah,
no, I didn't. I was in the middle of a show. She calls me and tells me that that said that Jim had nothing to do with her saying nothing about the laptop or anything like that. Then I said, Carol, I said, Carol, you came in and you were trashing me. Then you come over into my chat and act like nothing ever happened.
And why would she call unless she did it?
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense.
I don't know. It's very strange. So, and then I know you got, I've been looking into this. I'm sorry, I was going to not talk about the Dark Harbor.
Yeah, the Dark Harbor. Hey, Paul, they want us to go do the Dark Harbor.
I'm definitely going to it this year, but they're doing
I'm
things
going to it too.
It's like, it's kind of like a fair, but then they have haunted houses too. They're selling, it says tickets almost sold out, save up to 86%. But like, it doesn't make any sense how much it cost. See, that's the thing where I'm kind of confused. I'm going to bring it up. I'll show it to you. Like, I'm looking into it too, but I mean, are there going to be coupons for it? Or, I mean, like, what the fuck happens here?
Grocery stores usually have them.
The Queen Mary's Dark Harbor 2026 pre-sale.
Right. And so there's that. And then, but okay, blackout dates, get that. So where do you put your there you just put your information, access pre-sale. So I guess you got to put your information in there to be able to access the pre-sale. By subscribing, you agree to receive communications from this organizer. Messaging is delivered by Zentex on behalf of the organizer. You may unsubscribe at any time. But why do you have to subscribe just to be able to get into the pre-sale? So let me do this. I'm going to come off this, and I'm going to see if I'm going to go into it and see if I can, I'm going to go into the Mr. X's loose skunt and see if I can do Lou, and I'll see what happens. SKUNT. Mr. X is not loose skunt at gmail.com, as everybody knows. That's how you can reach me if you want to join the newsletter or whatever.
And how do you spell Lou?
LEW.
Yeah.
Good night, Kathy.
Thank you, Kathy. Okay,
Thank
so
you again, Kathy. You're a sweet lady.
So now I've gotten in, and now let's see what this looks like.
Yeah, let's see what it looks like.
So Dark Harbor is in front of the Queen Mary. It's kind of like a carnival, but then they also have rides and all that. General admission pre-sales. Buy now, pick up later. Pre-sale vouchers are valid for 2026 Halloween season, September 18th through November 1st, excluding 10/10, 10/17, and 10/24. So standard wait times vary. Grants entry to all haunted mazes, $29.99. General admission pre-sale. General admission early bird pre-sale. Entry to event 1 hour early. Standard wait times. Waits may vary. Grants early. So you can get in for $30. Now let's see. Fright pass. Approximately 1/3 the weight of general admission at any event and all at entry to any event. So it's $44. Fast pass. Approximately 1/3 general admission. Oh, so then you get the early hour. Evil. One-time Evil Express Pass. So this one just you walk in the front of the line. And it gets you into 6 mazes. So that would be like the Evil Express Pass would be like the RIP tour we did. And then the fast one would be the fast pass would be like the fast lane one. And then there's just the regular one. But I mean, $85 comparatively is not that much.
They got VIPs for $110.
110, but Unlimited Evil, this is you go 6 mazes, early entry to the event, 7 p.m. and then you could stay come an hour earlier. Access to Lady Mabel speakeasy, so that must be like a bar, and then access to exclusive VIP bars, which I don't give a fuck about that. This would be the one to have.
Yeah.
So including $85.99, including $11 fees. So, I mean, basically, if you wanted to have the Ultra Pass, you just walk up to the front. And 6 mazes is a lot. It's like you're going to be tired after 4 or 5 of them. Like when we went to Halloween Horror Nights, like after you do 3 or 4 mazes, like back to back to back to back, it gets a little tiring. Or do you wait in line and, don't worry about getting in there early. You just get it, and it's $44, but, time is money too. Maybe you don't want to be there all day.
Yeah, I got to get me. So if I go, me and Paul's got to get me. I got to get me a ticket and Paul a ticket.
Right, and the question is, do you want to wait in the line? But I mean, frankly, that is like just to get in the Universal Studios park. You're talking it's $100.
I know,
and that's not counting like the RIP tour or anything. And this is a much smaller venue. I don't know if there's going to be parking over there. You probably got to pay to park, But I think if I was going to do it, I probably would just I pay the $85. Here's the thing though that makes it tough. I can't do it in a mask. I don't think you could dress up for it. So almost like have to record it. So
yeah, Texas Granny, I got to do that. Texas Granny, but by the way, I have been practicing using the GoPro that Mean Green has got me. I've already did one video on it about PZ and I. We were just playing around with it, and yeah.
You need to wear it all the time.
Huh?
You need to wear it all the time. You get used to it.
I got to wear it all the time now, PZ said.
That's what it's on 10.
all right, John, I was going to show you something real quick.
All right, go ahead.
Hold on. I'm going to bring this down, the backdrop down. And this is the little video. It's a 5-minute video, but it'll kind of prove to you what I was saying. Like showing like the example of, hold on, I'm going to make this bigger here. I have a new concept. I made this. It's like a 5-minute. Give me 1 second. I'll show it to you here in a second. Okay, here it is. This new concept is called Jim Doesn't Out Earn Me, and I Could Prove It. Now, this is episode number 1, and people know that XNN has had 12 monetized shows before Jim ever got monetized. So 12 that are monetized versus none that aren't means that I won every single one. But let's do tonight as an example. July 31st. And let's go in. You guys are going to love this. Let's go into the StreamYard of the Mr. X and let's prove this. Okay, let's figure this out. Give me 1 second. This is Friday show. And then I clicked the link. Sure we could stay in the studio correctly. So the first one we were going to bring up is this. This is the Mr. X show from tonight, Friday night. And as you can see, there are 19 super stickers. Now, there's been a lot of talk of, you see the two Mr. X News Network, July 31st, 2 hour and 54-minute show, 19 super stickers. Now, you 20, 19, 199, 50, 279, 92, 5, 30 in Canadian, 31 in Canadian, I'm sorry, Australian, 5, 20, 20, 10, 20, 20, 20 in Australian, another 31 in Australia, and another 20. Let me just do the math real quick for you. It's about $275. Mr. X News Network doesn't include PayPal, doesn't include Venmo, which Jim doesn't have, and obviously Cash App. Nowhere close, right? This is what I've been stating. $275. That's gross. Now
it's like 200
check
net.
Jim's from tonight, because Jim was stupid enough to put his StreamYard link in the chat. So guess what I did? I went in there. I'm in there right now. There it is. Crab Legs Friday. What for you? Jim says he's never not gotten the $69.99. He lied. He didn't get it tonight. Cheryl DeTilio, nice lady, $10. I don't know who the real Avery is. Let's just say the membership's worth $5. 15. Shannon B, nice lady, another $5. 20. 5 gifted memberships, $5 each. Cheryl, again, nice woman. That's $45.
That's
and
20.
the last one, TX Kit Kat. Don't know her. What's that, Johnny?
If she bought 5 memberships, that would be $20.
I thought it's 5 times 5 is 25.
Oh yeah, 5 times 5 is 25. Yeah.
My bad.
My bad too.
We'll get it. I mean, we'll figure it out. I mean, it's not wrong. But here's the thing. I know Shannon B and I know Cheryl DeTilio, right? I don't know who that other, like, I don't know who the other 2 people are. So 3 of the 5 people I know, and Cheryl DeTilio is 30 of the $50. $50. $50 to Mr. X's 275. But you're going to say, well, Mr. X, you were on twice as long as Jim. Well, even if you took $50 times 2, he's only at 100. I was at 275. This is just more proof. And I don't know why I got to keep saying this, or why this has got to be that people, Jim and these people keep saying I'm a piece of shit and I can't earn any money and I'm buying bots. I don't know if people are buying bots for me or not. I know I'm not buying them. And I do know that people are saying that I haven't out-earned Jim. Well, you've seen right now 100% documentation and proof that I out-earned Jim tonight. There it is.
Yeah.
There it is. So there it is, Johnny. I mean, that's the proof of it.
Yeah.
I mean,
and you know what?
That's just one show.
And I really do believe that I have even topped him, beat him too.
Oh, you definitely have. There's no question you have.
This month that's coming up to get the pay on the 21st.
Yeah.
It's going to be I'm very proud of myself because of all the nice people that we have in our chat has hooked me up.
I look at it like this. So if let's just because we've been talking a lot about money lately, but if it's you don't have to say, but let's just say it's $700. Okay, that means it grossed 1,000 because they take 30%. So, or if it's $70, that means people put in 100. So whatever it is, it's times 30%. So it's whatever your final number is, it's actually much higher than that because of that. So really, if you think about $50 earned by Jim is 35. 7 times 5 is 35. So he got $35. He didn't get $50. And of that, half that money, or more than half that money, is membership that he still has to do work for. It's different. Where, that's why, like, the membership, I'm kind of against it because, it's great to have memberships and have those perks, and something I've talked about and have been talking about, but it gets into this, this minutia of, do I do a membership and then I owe people shows or owe people more, content? And this way, this is what I've said on the last couple shows. Like, if I just do whatever I do, and if people come in, like the people who would come, here's what would happen. Those 12 or 15 people that always come in on the super stickers, they would be buying memberships for people who are kind of fence riders. And now I'm doing shows for people who aren't the core audience. You know what I mean? Like, it actually ends up becoming more work for me. And so like the 15, or let's just say it's 20, because there's more in PayPal and Cash App. Like, there's people who don't do super stickers that only came in PayPal or Cash App or whatever, or Venmo, definitely. So like they're paying the freight for other people, and like to have 100 people. Well, let's do it like this. $275 is how many, if you divide it by 5, is how many memberships? Like all that last show, if every one of those was a $5 membership, how many memberships would that be? Now I'm going to do the math because you'll never have a calculator in your pocket walking around. Yeah, right, motherfucker. Speaking of Destiny and speaking of Venmo, there she just came in. She's number 28, actually number 32 technically. But this is, so let's just say it's like this. 275 divided by 5 is 55. So if Friday's show in theory for me was 55, I would already have 55 members. Now, today, Destiny, by the way, just coming in. There's Destiny right there. We're going to go through them all and show how much less Jim is earning than me. Okay? Ready? Thank you, Texas Granny. Miss Texas. That's here. There is Texas Granny. Let's start over at the beginning. Let's start over right here. There were 4 super stickers from Rainbow Melon before the show started. So that's 4. Okay. And then now she's going to, even though we're starting here, she's number 5. And I think Miss Texas came in. I'm sorry. Rainbow Melon came at $1 or $2 or whatever that is. I'll have to go back and look, but thank you, Rainbow Melon. And I've said thank you to all these people, but I'm going to do it again. Miss Texas, Texas Granny, Miss Texas, Texas Granny, Amanda from Australia, Barbara Buffalo, Texas Granny, Mean Green, Gay J's Johnny Yarbrough. Johnny's up here with me right now. Allie, Kathy Fagan, Lashes and Tats, Lashes and Tats. There's a lot of women dyeing their hair like kind of like, even though they're not old, but like doing that gray hair thing. It looks good on some. I've seen like men do it and it looks weird. Like when they're younger, if they have like gray hair, but like on maybe her hair just is gray. I don't know, but I've seen that's kind of a style now. Anyway,
I gotta thank somebody real quick, Mr. X.
All right, let me just get through this real quick so we can have this all in one chunk. There's Miss Texas again. There's Texas Granny. There's Rainbow Melon. There's Texas Granny. Okay, that we're caught up there. So there's Barbara Buffalo, Texas Granny. There's Johnny Yarbrough, Texas Granny. Barbara Buffalo, Johnny Yarbrough. Wyatt Earp. You can add him to the list. Rainbow Melon, Miss Texas. You could add Texas Granny. She's already on the list. And then add Destiny. She's on there as well. 32 different super stickers. 32 super stickers. So if you just take each super sticker in theory, and Johnny will get to you in a second, and just each super sticker in theory is an average of $2. I've already out-earned Jim on the last show easily. It's not even close. It's not even. So who do you got? What do you got, Johnny?
Lashes and Tats. Thank you for the $5.
Lashes and Tats. There she is.
Thank you very much, young lady. That really appreciate you.
She's over here now. She's over here with the Mr. X and the Johnny. Let me read off a few because I got some coming in too, Johnny. And thank you guys. I mean, I know that you are sticking up for me because, somebody's going on against me, and I appreciate it. I mean, I'll take – and speaking of that, let's just see Destiny coming in on the Venmo. Ben Busy wanted to support you and your channel. She comes in. That's Venmo, $20. Thank you, Destiny. By the way, heard from the attorney today. Some movement going on down there, from what I hear. I don't know if I'm going to talk about it because then he's talking about it again. Let's enter it into evidence. But apparently, there's something going on down there. Good luck with that. Just remember, you can't reconsider something that's already been considered. You could add this person to the list. Jeremy M. Sorry, I'm late. I'm late. Some of us have to work. Then there is a person who is not part of this group at all. She's part of the group, but she's not part of any number that I've read so far. She came in $15. That was at $7.22. So if you send in a $15 $7.22 Cash App, and I'm not going to say what your name starts with because then it would give it away. You know who you are. PZ came in. He's not part of that list. Add him, even though you and PZ are a pair. But, there's more. Lashes and Tats came in. Eric Murphy. There's another one. He's not been part of that list. Barbara Buffalo. Miss Texas came in $50 at 3:50 p.m. Mean Green. She has not been part of that list, if I'm not mistaken. Was she on there? The super sticker list? I don't know.
Yeah.
She was. Okay. And then Lashes and Tats came in again. She's coming in a lot. And then Mean Green coming in again. So then we go to the PayPal. It's all he talks about is money. Oh, it shows. He don't talk about anything. Texas Granny came in $25. Then on Johnny's show yesterday, she came in $5. And so we're caught up. I mean, that's a lot. Like that, I would probably argue that that's somewhere. Like I would always say that. Like we've been talking a lot about this lately, but this subject has to do with Jim. If you're doing this, and you net $100 per show, I'd say that's pretty good. You do 3 hours, you get $100. You know, I mean, you're not Jake Paul or anything, but like you got a pretty solid audience.
Yep.
I have been netting, like, because of these people, Johnny, and I know that yours has gone up too. And you don't have to say any numbers. Don't say any numbers because it's not necessary. But like, I have easily netted 200, if not more, almost every show. Every show has been like that. And in fact, Friday, I just showed the thing where Jim had $50 and I had 275. I mean, Jim just got utterly squashed. And what did he have? Some interview with Ken Foray. Ken Foray, I've talked about him. I talked about that in depth a long time ago. Then he said I wouldn't go live at my property. I did easily. I gave a 20-minute notice. And here's the thing. You're not going to see Jim or Leanne or anybody go anywhere. You know, you're not going to see anybody go anywhere. But I was out there in 106-degree weather, not because I wanted to, or not because I had to. It's because I wanted to. And I thought it would be cool to show the entrance of that because you might see the entrance of that later on camera, if you know what I mean.
I like the aqueduct. It's cool that you're close to it. Oh, nice.
So how about that? You know what's there's Inky right there. So Inky, I got a story to tell you. I don't know if I'm glad you're here. This is Inky. She's been around a long time. I mean, I've always been cool with her.
Inky?
Yes, that's Inky. So Inky, as you probably know, I went through that court case down in San Diego where they tried to put a restraining order on me and it was dismissed and I won. Now, I don't know if you have something else, but I want to make this very clear because it's been discussed by you and by other people. The stay safe at home California thing that's been discussed, and I'm not saying it's of you, Inky. Our attorney found out, and I kind of misspoke when I talked about this on the show after the hearing. All that is you can look it up in the California Secretary of State. You give an address, so that way if you've been SA'd or you have a restraining order on you, that is your public-facing address. So let's just say, like I said, your public-facing address in theory for the stay safe at home thing is 123 Main Street. But that's not your real address. That's just where you have the mail sent to. They forward the mail to you. And by the way, the Stay Safe at Home California address can be served too. So all it basically is a mail forwarding address. It is not a protective order. That was crazy to find that out because I was telling, I'll tell you the story about this, Inky. Before the June, no, it was before, I think the May, because there was one in May, and that was I think it would have been June. Well, before one of the hearings, I told Jim about it because I was like, well, the next day is the hearing. There's no way he's going to get it out. There's no shows. So it must have been the May one. I told Jim about it. And I was like, well, he's not going to have enough time to tell anybody. The court case is tomorrow morning. It'll be over. Right? So I fucked up and told him the information of what this Stay Safe at Home California thing is. And he squirreled that information away. And I was like, why didn't we ever look it up? How can we never? And so if you put in Chat GPT, what is the Stay Safe at Home California program? It takes you to the California, and you might have moved out of the state. I don't know. I don't know where you're at, but it just shows you it's just basically a mail forwarding address. It clearly says on the California Secretary of State website that it is not a protective order. Now, you might be something different. I have a feeling you're going to say, well, that's not me. I'm something different than Confluence, for example. But Confluence and her son in the court case name that program. So what they're saying, and what I believe is, and I don't know this, this is what I think. Because I think that only lasts for a couple years. I can't remember all the details of it. Maybe it's 5 years. I don't remember exactly, or however long it lasts for. You have to re-up it. That part of their reasoning for coming after me is if you have a new restraining order, then you can enter that program again. You know, understand what I'm saying? So some of the people were saying to me, I don't want to put any names out there, so I'll just word it like that, that was part of the reason for it as well, allegedly. Well, the reason I know that Lashes and Tats not you. I mean, I'm very aware of that. But since I haven't seen you in a long time, and actually I have your phone number, there was a point during the case that I actually called you, and I could tell you. I'll tell you what the number ends in, because I still have you from a long time ago. I'm just glad you're here, because I wanted to talk to you about this, because I was going to ask you if what I have is correct. The information was correct. Well, I already know it's correct because of the Stay Safe at Home California Secretary of State thing. The number that I had for you, and I'm not going to say the whole number, I'll just tell you what the last two digits. The area code starts in the number 4, and the last two digits are 82. And I tried to call you, I think after I found out this news, and it was like the number was no good. But then again, that number could be like a couple years old. You know what I mean? I didn't realize Inky was watching the bushes. Apparently more people are watching the 93, Johnny. So, yeah, and I'm not trying to call you out. I'm not trying to put your business on the street, but that is public information. And I'm not saying, don't get me wrong, Inky, because I don't have any problem with you. That
Johnny, go ahead and announce it.
Right. And so, but here's the thing. It's called a protected address program if you have a standing order which prevents aggressors from locating you. That is a very upbeat way of saying it, but it is not a protective order. The California Stay at Safe Home program is a protected address program. That's accurate. That's what you said is 100% accurate. But people have worded it, not necessarily you, as a protective order. Like there's a government, and that what I'm saying is that's 100% false. Nobody ever has ever said that I'm aware of, Inky, and I'm not blaming you, don't get me wrong, that it is a protected address program. All it is a mail forwarding address. But here's the thing, that can be served. Because if that's the only address you have available, it can be served. So, yeah, there you go. Yeah. And here's another person, Gina, I can confirm it's a protected information order. Yes. So I don't know. I don't think it was Inky. I think it was the people down in San Diego trying to kind of angle it more, that it was something more than what I've just explained. That's it. It's all it is just a mail forwarding address. So if you don't want people to know that you live on 123 Main Street, you get this address underneath your name if you qualify it, and then they send the mail, the government sends your mail, whoever, to 123 Main Street. And I believe it could be put on an ID too. I mean, it's public record. You can look at it, the California Secretary of State. I'm not saying anything that's out of turn. What I'm saying is the people down there were angling it like it was something more than that, and it's not. And my question is, if you could if that is your, and this is what the attorney said, and I'm just glad that you're here, because I don't know if you've heard the other shows or not. If you have that, and this book was a big deal, why didn't you have that sent there? Or why would you get involved in it at all? Now, what the answer to that was, you can't have packages sent there. That was the response. That I don't know if that's true or not, but I don't know. It didn't matter anyway. It was a moot point, as they say. A lot of people saying hello to, whatever happened to Inky? I mean, Inky, can you just call in real quick? Can we hear from you? The number's right above, 310-741-0845. I mean, you could call in. 32 super stickers and adding Destiny coming in last. Thank you, Destiny. There she is. She's a cheerleading coach. Cheerleading coach. Yeah. I mean, you could block the number. I don't do the program or whatever. What's that one thing called, Johnny? I mean, this phone's so shitty, I probably couldn't download an app on it anyway. Maybe she doesn't. I'm doing my nails. But you're still typing? Okay, then let me just ask you this. Then I'll let you go, Inky, and I won't ask you any more questions. I won't put you in the middle. Who are you in touch with? Because you were big over there on the salty pancakes. Are you in touch with anybody these days? Like, are you talking to anybody? Yes. Toenails, if that's it. Yes. Yeah, that's the easiest thing to do. Just get the newsletter. Mr. X is not loose skunted. You email me, you tell me you want to be on the newsletter, and I put you on it, of course. Well, I appreciate, regardless if we're going to get an answer or not from Inky, but I appreciate Inky telling me what I already know, verifying with me that what I already know. I just don't understand why. Well, I understand there's so many weirdos out there you want to protect yourself. I can appreciate that. It's called a protective address program if you have a standing order which prevents the aggressor from locating you. And I would say the same thing to you that was said to the said down there. If you have that, aggressive person looking for you, I mean, everybody's allowed to live their life. They could go do this. This isn't directed at anybody. This is just in general. But if you have an aggressive person looking for you, wouldn't the wisest thing be not go on to YouTube and not send men your nudes? I mean, I'm not saying you did that, Inky. But I mean, wouldn't you do that? Yeah. Donkey Dick is asking Inky. There's a lot of questions for Inky. Ooh, this is going real slow. You still got your Dobie? Yeah, there he is in the picture. That's a Doberman Pinscher, the bad one, the cute one. And is there anywhere to watch your podcast, Is there anywhere to watch your podcast where you sit down long form? That's a good question. Thank you, Donkey Dick. I don't mind promoting if she's got something going on. Yes. Co-host Johnny Yarborough. I kind of like that because I don't feel bad. Like I like Johnny Yarborough, having him pop up at the end instead of just sitting here, Yes, Inky is a very beautiful lady. Yes, she's got nice hair. Lashes and tats is too. I think I knew in the beginning that they were two different people, but then you kind of like mix these people. I do. Like I have a tendency, like, is that the same person? Or they get a screen name? And they kind of had like the tattooed girl look or whatever. Like the hot tattooed chick. They both had that kind of look to them. And then I got confused. And then probably just at some point my mind warped together, So I don't know. Who knows? Don't forget to check out Johnny Yarborough. Get him up to that number. Get him up to the 4,000 number. We need to get him there. I don't know what that'll do for him. I mean, they got me above 1,000, which is cool. I'll take it. I don't know what it really does for me.
It'll be a big milestone for me, Mr. X.
Well, you need to start buying the bots.
No.
No. You need to start doing Angel Gotti bot buying. You can do it that way.
No, I think I just got to do some more shorts. Some more short videos.
So.
Did you hear what I said, Mr. X?
Yes.
I got to do more shorts.
So the other thing, too, is I guess, and I'm changing the subject. I guess Jim also stated on his show tonight, I don't know how long he was on. I don't even know if he's still on or not, that he's going to do a play-by-play of the laying pipe in court. I am in touch with Miss McLaughlin. I'm going to go ahead and email that information to her. even though I'm not trying to, protect laying pipe by any means. But like the way that it works is if you want to be a part of the court case, you go into the court case. You could just go into it. I don't even know if it's publicly being streamed or not. I don't know. And I haven't looked into it enough to tell you one way or another about pipe. But there are a lot of those court cases. And then there's kind of that wishy-washy thing where, like, if you're watching it and you're saying, whoa, he's standing up, he's walking in, he looks a little bit thinner. Like, could you get away with that? Well, it depends on the court. But the idea is, if it's a public thing, they want you to go to their, to watch it in their court, unless they shut it down, which, that wouldn't, I guess he didn't learn his lesson. The best way to do it would just to be nothing and pop up and say, we got something special. And then just, if he was going to do it, show it to you that way. You know what I mean? Not tell people, because now that gives me the opportunity to contact. And you know what? Maybe I won't, because I don't. What am I doing any favors for fucking laying the pipe for? And I have been speaking to their attorney, the Charter Spectrum's attorney now. I did end up getting a hold of somebody. They were talking about, like, we only want written stuff. Well, I got a hold of somebody.
All right.
Yeah. I don't know what's going to come of it. Maybe nothing. But, you know what? I did try to reach out to Betty Hayward today. I didn't leave a voicemail or anything, but I just was going to tell Betty Hayward. And I haven't spoke to her since I've made that, that kind of plea or that idea of like, hey, listen, maybe the idea is because Jim doesn't have that call. What I would do is I have the full video of it, because it's just like avatars like we are right now, right? What I could do is put it in Final Cut Pro, strip all the audio. I could strip all I got to do is download it, put it into Final Cut Pro, strip the audio of it, and just put up one solid photograph. There's moments in the Betty Hayward thing, like the show that Jim did, where he's like, okay, laying pipe sending me a photo right now. And I'm just going to use this. Like, imagine this is like a picture of Betty Hayward's like garage. Okay, here's Betty Hayward. She's holding something in her hand. Okay, pipe, you still there? Okay, I'm putting it on screen right now. And he was doing something like that. So what I would do is I would just take the audio only and just have a solid thing and then just go through the audio with her. And I haven't even spoke to her. I'm not saying she would agree to it. I'm just saying that that's an idea. She might say, fuck, no, I'm not getting involved in that. You know what I mean? And she probably just wants the call.
Hey, Donkey Dick, the last photo in Leanne's community post was PZ.
What community post?
Go to Leanne. Go to Leanne 555.
Yeah, I've been threatened by Leanne.
Oh, she's putting up more photos?
Yep, more photos of PZ now.
Everybody knows what PZ looks like. He's come up on shows. That's nothing that's new. That. What does that have to do with anything?
She's making me more popular. Thank you, Leanne.
He said no. It's not. Definitely, it wasn't PZ. Let me go.
Oh yeah, that last picture is Jim's wife. So that's not a picture. That's not a picture of PZ.
Oh okay. Let me see.
Do not bring it. The last picture is of Jim's homely wife, going around smoking cigarettes, throwing it on my parents' back porch, and then wanting to throw him out of there, not even having enough to get a fucking hotel. And then, you know what's crazy? I put Jim on the friends and family plan because I'm fucking tenured, and Jim's using it. Fucking broke. Yes. Yeah, that's her. That's 100% her. Go to Leanne's post. I'm not going to bring it up here. And you see the pictures of the fair and the Ohio State. Go to the last photo. That's his wife. Yeah, that's her.
Oh my God.
Is she ugly?
No, she's pretty.
Like if you were to say, like, she's just an average. She's not hot. She's just an average looking woman. She looks like a younger version of Leanne. That's a very homely, like Danielle's like in shape. She's thin. She got the big boobies, she's pale, but she dyes her hair blonde. Like, she's a little bit more striking, right? I mean, the eyebrow thing's a little goofy, but you know, whatever. I mean, I'm not judging too much. But like for
You know what
Jim
she
to
is, though? She's a
to
dumb
shit-
bitch marrying Jim.
well, what can you say? How recent is the picture? It looks. That's a good question, Destiny. I saw her in 2023, and I believe this picture is probably. I think that this picture is okay. So the last time I saw her was in 2023, and she got divorced sometime in 2018, per the information that I've already sent out. So probably it's got to be 10 years old, because she didn't look that young. She looked older. You know, like people smoke cigarettes, they get in their 40s, they start looking like her hair wasn't that clean looking. She looked older. She looked heavier. Yeah, not substantially heavier, but she looked more weathered, and she's got like a big tattoo on her shoulder. I'd say that I'm going to guess that picture's 10 years, because it looks like there's somebody, a female, that's standing next to her, and I believe that that's probably her daughter, because they had some, you know, like you know how people are sometimes that are in these areas, Johnny PZ, that are not around us, like they get sucked into, like they're from Ohio and they get sucked into some stupid timeshare. She was sucked into some stupid timeshare down there for years in Orlando, and she was just getting out of it a couple years ago. So she probably had that when, you know, it's probably a good idea. You got 2 younger kids, you got a husband, you go into Disney, you get the hell out of that shithole Northeast Ohio. You know, I mean, it makes sense. But to, you know, okay, this, I'll give it to you. One, I don't like to normally do this, but I'm going to, because it's Miss Texas asking. And Miss Texas is very special to the Mr. X, even though I virtually have never had a conversation with her, but I know she's very generous. I don't know why I say this about Amanda and about Miss Texas. And I probably spoke to Amanda more than I have Miss Texas. I don't know why these women like me, but they're very kind to me and I appreciate it. You know, I don't know what I did right in life to deserve somebody like Texas Granny or Barbara Buffalo or Miss Texas or Amanda. And these are all, you know, you, Johnny, but you know, you have no idea how grateful I am for that. I mean, there's a lot, Destiny, like, I don't know where Destiny came from. You know, I know Inky's been around. I'm sorry. Lashes and Tats. See, there I go again. I'm fucking it up. I spoke to you. I know I spoke to you one time many years ago. Yeah. But I spoke to Watcher Crazy one time ever on the phone. Rainbow Melon. Let's not forget about Rainbow Melon, who I do talk to on the phone. See, like
Texas Granny and Barbara Buffalo.
Yeah, I mean, like I probably talk these days, like probably Texas Granny the most, and then like maybe Johnny and PZ the next most. Which, I mean, you guys could tell. I mean, I don't call you guys a lot. I don't bug you. No. And then after that, you know, Barbara Buffalo and probably Rainbow Melon are about the same. But they were probably the person I spoke to the most over the longest period of time was like Steve. But then, you know, obviously, you know what happened there. But all right, Johnny.
Hey, PZ's got something to ask you, Mr. X.
Okay, yeah, I want to wrap it up here at the 3-hour mark. Go ahead.
Laura, did she stick things up her nose?
That was always the rumor. I don't know about now, but I just
about that because Leanne.
I just remember the reason that when Jim found out that she was cheating on him with Andrew C. There was something, and I don't think it was an email because I don't know if there were even emails back then. Somehow he found it out. I don't remember how, but I remember there being something about an 8-ball. And at like age,
that's right.
I didn't even remember. I didn't even know at that point what an 8-ball was. And then later on, Jim didn't know what it was. Like, is that cocaine? You know. So anyway, who gives a shit?
Yeah, who gives a shit? All right, Mr. X, I'm out of here.
Get out of here, dude.
All right,
we're gonna wrap it. Oh, we lost him. Oh, he's out of here. I was gonna bring him back up. Johnny, thanks so much for being here. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for the people who came in on the super stickers. 32 of them. 32. Rainbow Melon, everybody. Miss Texas. They all came in big. Thanks for being a part of what I do. You know, I always try to go 3 hours here. No free StreamYard. I hope you guys got a little bit of information. We had a little bit of fun, and we'll be doing more and more in the upcoming weeks. I'm not going anywhere. All right, guys, have a safe week, and I will see you probably on Friday. regardless of what the numbers are, you can always count on the Mr. X to be there. Oh, and don't forget about the movie this weekend, too. The Passion of the Mr. X. Court papers, JT Hater, something like that, right? All right, see you guys soon. See you hopefully on Friday or Wednesday on Johnny's. We'll see. Peace.
Thank you for watching Mr. X.